If you're too young to have experienced Golden State Warriors basketball before the dynasty, you just got a taste of what it felt like for about 30 years, close 35 years. There were like little runs smattered in there. Basically, you had the Run TMC era. You had the Chris Webber 1 year blip. We Believe. That was about it. All the rest of it was like tonight. Utter shit show. Just utter disaster. This was just the Warriors reminding everyone that the bench is not as good as some may think. It was ugly. By the way, his first name is pronounced Malafai. I did not know that. It's Malafai Leones, the two-way player. He looks like a real basketball player. I wish we saw more than just the fourth quarter out of him. Begs the question, why was he not playing the entire game so we could see more, get a bigger sample size? What is up with the F is fashion? I thought that was a heart. I'm sorry. It said 100. Thank you for that too. Thank you regardless. I thought it was a heart though. So let's talk about it. Ugly game. One of those games you forget about fast. I could have swore that people have told me that a lot of people in this feckless, sycophant media scene, at least here in the San Francisco Bay Area and those who cover the Warriors extensively, I've had a lot of people tell me that there are folks who actually get paid to cover the Warriors pretend that Brandon Podziemski was him. Oh my God. He is not him. He is not him. Malafai Leones. The Golden State Warriors get their booties whipped in Minnesota, but it was by design. The Warriors planned entirely on winning the first of this back-to-back. Mission accomplished. They throw in the towel for the second one. Minnesota missing Anthony Edwards. The Golden State Warriors missing Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, Jonathan Kuminga, Big Al Horford, DeAnthony Melton, and the result went about how you'd expected. 108-83 the final. They did put up a fight for about a quarter in this one, and then it got away from them very fast. I love it. Throw those people under the bus. Isn't there a social media account called like Freezing Cold Takes that exposes just awful opinions espoused by folks in the media who are getting paid for their quote-unquote expert analysis? I can promise you're never going to find me on that thing. You can be rest assured whoever's hosting this program is not going to end up with their face splattered on that account saying dumbass shit. Call those people out. Call those folks out. If there's someone in the schlubs who are supposed to be earning your trust, who are supposed to be giving expert analysis while simultaneously claiming Brandon Podziemski is a good basketball player. He's so-so. He mid. He's actually, we've already done this exercise. He's literally the worst player on this team. The worst. Yes, I even think Pat Spencer is better than him. Side note, Pat Spencer has about 3 games of eligibility remaining before we bid adieu to Cam Spencer's older brother. And if you folks have opinions or thoughts, bring them on the show. Audience is always welcomed. We are powered by FanDuel. By the way, is anyone familiar with an individual named, sorry, I'm looking at my phone because Gab Goody, she's coming on the show Thursday. She, I guess, has some sort of online in front of camera presence with FanDuel. It's one of the perks of being part of the network. They asked if I wanted her on. I'm like, I'll bring any guest on. I love fresh perspectives. I love meeting new people, and I hope the audience shares that sentiment. That's Thursday. For tonight, it's Monday. Let's talk Warriors. We're powered by FanDuel. That's why I thought of that, because she works for FanDuel. And the program is called the Golden Days.
Let's go.
Welcome to the program. My name is Cyrus Saatsaz, your host for the evening, coming to you live from the Golden Days Studios in West Sonoma County, California. You can follow me on Threads and Instagram at dogwild, one word, super easy, 2 syllables, 7 letters. Over on Twitter, my handle is at Surf Journalist. The program, most importantly, on both platforms at Golden Days Pod. Tonight's episode brought to you by FanDuel, the official sportsbook of Golden Days. The Warriors next play on Wednesday. They're going to finish up this 4-game road trip with a chance to either hold on. I already forgot what they did on the first game. They won the first game, right? Why is my memory? Is this aging? Am I going senile in my 40s? I'm experiencing. Maybe it's just the fact that I'm a stoner. I don't know. But the Warriors, that's right. They started this road trip at Dallas and got their booties whipped there. So they're going to try and finish this 4-game road trip with a 500 record because they lost that game in Dallas, right? If my memory serves correct, that game did not go well. Yeah, 123-115. It was actually not as close as the score indicated. So the 4-game road trip concludes Wednesday at Utah. If they win, they finish the 4-game set with a 500 record, which would be incredible when you consider the fact that 2 of the 4 were at Minnesota, and the Warriors get a split there. And then they come back home on Friday to host the Detroit Pistons. And FanDuel, I'm just checking to see if there's a line currently in place for the Warriors and the Jazz. There is not. The game is all the way Wednesday. Makes perfect sense. Curious to see if there's an updated line on the Warriors win total. After this loss tonight, the Warriors record drops to 26-22. Minnesota improves to 28-19. So with the loss, the Warriors dropping 3 games back of the 7-seed Timberwolves. As weird as that may sound, the Timberwolves and the Warriors are your 7-8 seeds currently in the Western Conference. So these games actually matter considerably. And it's also why the win yesterday was big. But again, they get slaughtered tonight. So Minnesota opens up a 3-game lead in the loss column again. And the win total, I'm curious to see if you can bet on. Okay, I'm going to leave this to the audience. I love playing this game. In your opinion, live audience. And side note, if you're new to the program, we go live after every show. We go live after every Warriors game. And so we welcome you. And if you ever want to join us again for the live version of it, just look for us right after the Warriors play. We go live. I'd say about 99% of the time. There are 1 or 2 exceptions per season. But anyways, what is your guess for the OU? The last time we took a look at this, the over-under for the Warriors was 43.5. The season high was 51.5. Before the season started, I believe it was at 40. I think it was at 48.5 is where the bookies had this before the season started. But then with the Jimmy Butler injury, that line dropped to 43.5, and then it vanished again for a moment. But I haven't looked at it yet. I'm curious to know if there's some guesses in our chat. What do you think the OU is for the Warriors to finish the season in terms of record? They're currently 26-22 again after the loss tonight, which means there are 34 games remaining in the season, which is crazy if you think about it. That's time just flying again. So I ask you, how do you think the Warriors going to finish? I see Money Checkup saying, this is moving. Money Checkup saying 41.5. So you're predicting this thing taking a slight dip. Not even a slight dip. That's a considerable dip. Alazar Ben Israel, I hope I'm getting that right. Guessing 44 even. Hamza Kassem saying 48. Wow. I can promise you it's not there. Barber NBA 47. I promise you it's not that high either. The XXN Furneaux saying 48 if lucky. A friendly reminder, the last time we took a look at this, it was 43.5, folks. Barber saying 47 now. Oh, no, that's the same one you just said a moment ago. I apologize. Hamza Kassem, now you're saying 47 to 48. G4M is saying 28, meaning just two more wins for the entire rest of the season. So you're predicting a 2-32 finish to the season. Patrick Rental predicting in the 36 to 38 range. Any other guesses before we go to it? Muhammad Olavi saying 39. Patrick Rental 37. Simon 2 dropping some politics in our chat saying just F Israel. I think because I do what one of our audience members' names had that in there. Come on, guys. MVP JB saying the OU is 40. Sandy P Tom or Sandeep Tom 45. JV Golden Days are official 37. Frank B saying it's still 43, meaning 43.5. All right, let's take a look. Let's see what the OU is. Riz saying 42, KKS 43, Chardal 42, Barber sticking with 47, 48. What is up, Chardal? Great to hear from you. And we'll see you at the end of the show if you're available and interested. Our resident closer, Chardal Gupta. Give him some that is a hard thing to say. Some subscription love. Give it to him on his channel, please, at SGA Sports Talk. His success reflects our success. So we love Chardal here on this show. Here is the OU on the Warriors win total, courtesy of FanDuel. It only took a hit of one game. 42.5 is where the OU is at now, which means because the Warriors currently have a 26-22 record, if the OU is 42.5, that means if the Warriors finish the season 17-17, just 500, you're over hits. If they go 16 or 18 or worse, then the under will hit. That's where we're at. That is interesting. So the Warriors are 26-22. And all they have to do is go 500 the rest of the way to win the over. They also have the fourth most difficult schedule remaining. And granted, that was a stat from a week ago, so maybe that's changed a little bit. Maybe not much. I don't know. But so 17-17. So if you think your Golden State Warriors have that in them, put your money where your mouth is. For all the folks in the chat who are saying 46, 47, 48, that means you think the over is going to hit easily. Put your money where your mouth is with FanDuel, the official sportsbook, a family-friendly sportsbook, wholesome, straight from the heart. Your preacher on Sundays talking about FanDuel. It's God's sportsbook. So the Golden State Warriors, again, losing this one, getting their asses kicked. Final score, 108-83. I have no idea who to give the FanDuel player of the game honors to. I kind of want to just give it to Malachi Leons just for learning how to pronounce his first name. I've been saying Malavi for about 2 months. It's Malachi. Thank you to the Peacock broadcast crew. Side note, I saw some folks, some members of Dub Nation on the socials tonight not happy with that broadcast crew because they apparently were talking too much shit about Brandon Podziemski. I was laughing my ass off. My reaction to those folks was, is this the first time you're seeing how national media thinks about guys like Brandon Podziemski? It's a different tone when you don't listen to the local sycophant media culture. It's a harsh reality check for some of you folks out there. Side note, this game was broadcasted exclusively on Peacock tonight. And I don't know how many of you were like me, but I made the conscious decision not to resubscribe to Peacock. I canceled that subscription months ago, largely because there's absolutely nothing on that app that interests me. The movie Nobody 2 was out. I watched that when I was briefly subscribed to it because I thought there were going to be a lot of great NBA games on Peacock. And I quickly realized I'm not missing a thing by not giving them my $10, $15 a month. So I canceled it. I would have had to renew my subscription tonight if I was going to watch this game, because this was one of the rare ones where the Warriors T-Wolves game got the Amazon Prime treatment, where it was exclusively available on the app. Good news for you folks out there. It maybe if you're looking for cost-cutting measures, Crackstream still in the house. I thought they shut that whole thing down. No, they didn't. They just moved the servers. Crackstream is still going strong, baby. Crackstream. And so anyway, so I watched, like a lot of you, not on HD. I guess I could have mirrored the broadcast onto my TV, but I watched it on my laptop tonight, knowing that the money would not have been well spent. And I'm going to give myself a pat on the back. I hope you folks don't mind. I don't think I do that often, but a rare applause for your hard-earned cash on Peacock. I want to start the show with a laugh, if you folks don't mind. This is God, I don't know what you call this. It's I think it's an Instagram account. And I want to see if I can get the account right before I play this clip. But it's a laugh. And okay, the name of the account on Instagram is @SlimDookie_Hoops. And I just thought this is just comedy. I mean, what else are you going to do? And by the way, while we're watching this, if you have a vote for the FanDuel player of the game, mention it in the chat. We'll go through the stats in just a moment. But when you follow an act like what we just witnessed tonight, again, I think we need laughs. I don't think this world's ever short on laughs, to be honest. But maybe you'll get a kick out of this. Maybe you won't. Again, this is courtesy of an Instagram account that calls themselves @SlimDookieHoops. And the bit is how Steve Kerr sounded in 2017. Translation: being the head coach of the Warriors at the peak of their dynasty was not the brag you think it is. And when you hear this comedy, because this is a joke, mind you, this is please don't take this as something serious. But courtesy of Slim Dookie Hoops, this is how Steve Kerr sounded in 2017.
All right, good half, gentlemen. Second half, just
more of whatever that was.
Hey, Steph, do that thing where everyone chases you around for 20 seconds and then you hit a three. We're up by 30.
Give David West a high post touch.
Kevin, we're going to run something. Oh, and you shot it. And it's in. All right, good job.
Whatever.
What do you guys want to do for dinner? Oh, that's right. I know. I said no dinner discussions until the second half. That's on me. Clay scored how many points in 3 quarters?
No, I wasn't paying attention.
Am I worried about LeBron and company? What's company?
It's like Drew Gooden and Big Z.
Draymond, shoot 9 threes. I want to see if we can still win. Yeah, I named my son Nick. What's a big deal? Who put in the bench? Oh, we're up 40? All right.
Isolate JaVale. See what happens.
Yeah, sure, we run the split screen offense that revolutionized basketball, but it doesn't matter. We could run anything. Oh my gosh, I'm so bored.
Draymond, fight somebody, please.
All right, good half.
And again, good comedy is a reflection of truth, and I think that reflected truth. Oh no, I'm sorry. Jennifer Farmer in her chat does not think that was funny. Okay, we got at least one person who did not find the humor in that. By the way, the voting in the chat from the audience in terms of who should Money Checkup says they love it. The Xfin in for no, sorry, I don't know how you pronounce her name, saying JaVale McGee was so fun to watch on those dub teams. Agreed. And friendly reminder, he left because Steve Kerr started DNPing him in that Houston series, which went 7 games when it should have gone 5, had Kerr not benched DNP, JaVale McGee, and David West. But I digress. Idiot Fool saying that LJ Cryer should be player of the game. I was upset initially that Cryer was not getting minutes until I noticed that he was actually out because of injury. He's experiencing left hamstring tightness, and that's why LJ Cryer did not play. Malafide Leons did play, but our FanDuel player of the game, as voted on by our audience tonight, Guy Santos, Gooey, in the house. Despite the fact that he shot 1 of 6, I'm a little surprised Quentin Post didn't win, but I'm going with the audience. We're subscribed to the democratic process tonight. And Guy Santos, your FanDuel player of the game, did have a double-double. That's respectable. 11 points, 10 rebounds. I was a little surprised that he got the nod because he was just 1 of 6 from deep. But then again, only 2 players were decent. Actually, a few players were decent from 3. Quentin Post was 3 of 7. Quentin Post also led the team in scoring tonight with 13, which very well symbolizes how this night went. Pat Spencer was 2 of 4 from deep. Moses Moody 2 of 7 from deep. That's actually not good. So there were 2 guys who shot the ball decent from beyond the arc. The aforementioned Quentin Post and Pat Spencer, but Guy Santos, a double-double tonight, 11 points, 10 boards, added 2 assists, a steal, and a block, and a team best in net rating with a -5. So kudos to Guy Santos, our FanDuel player of the game. On a night where the box score was ugly. The Warriors collectively as a team shot just 9 of 39 from beyond the arc. That represents 23.1% shooting from the three-point line. Minnesota, from their side of things, 14 of 35, 40% shooting from beyond the arc. The Warriors as a team shooting overall just 34.7% from the field. That is awful. 33 of 95 in terms of field goals and field goals attempted. Not a good stat. The Warriors also turned the ball over tonight 19 times, resulting in 23 Timberwolves points. Minnesota, meanwhile, committed 23 team turnovers, resulting in 19 Warriors points, but that didn't seem to faze Minnesota, unlike the Golden State Warriors. I thought one peculiar move that Steve Kerr made tonight was going with the double whammy backcourt, starting Brandon Podziemski and Pat the Stash Spencer, who again is coming up on his eligibility limit. Pat Spencer, because he's a two-way player, is only eligible to play in 50 games in a regular season. And why are people saying he's up on his limit? According to what I'm looking at right now, he's only played in 31 games. So I don't get why. Am I missing something? I don't get it. I don't like why is that question being posed to Steve Kerr and company? He's only played. I don't know what's going on there. I could have swore I saw like a press conference question regarding Pat Spencer's future, and Steve Kerr, saying the impetus is on the front office. For whatever reason, I could have swore I saw somewhere that he had played. He was reaching his 50-game limit, but he only played his 31st game tonight. So, or 32nd maybe at the most. Anyway, so disregard that part. Anyways, I did think it was rather auspicious that Podziemski and Spencer were your starting backcourt tonight. Who in their right mind thinks that works? Now, with that said, the Warriors did come out fighting in this game and actually kept it close for about a quarter. In fact, at the end of the first quarter, the Warriors were only down 1. It was 21-20 after 12 minutes of play, and then Minnesota said that's enough. They outscored the Warriors 32-18 in the second quarter. The Warriors put up a small fight in the third quarter, only outscored 22-19. And then in the fourth quarter, they were outscored 33-26. And when another team outscores you like that quarter by quarter, that lead slowly expands and results in a 25-point drubbing by Minnesota. Interesting note that Will Richard had 6 steals in this game, and Will Richard, unfortunately, has been doing this at least in these 2 games in Minnesota, he's forcing these turnovers, and offensively, he's doing some wonderful things with his handles, like crossing people up, making some plays, only for the shots not to fall. It's very unfortunate. Will Richard is one of those guys that he needs a lot of run. He needs reps. And but tonight the Warriors, again, Minnesota committed 23 team turnovers, and the Warriors had 14 steals as a team, and spearheaded by Will Richard 6. Kudos to your handle, which is always a pain in the ass for me to say. The Ixon Ferno writing that Will Richard has 6 steals. Good point. Good. Glad you brought that up. However, offensively, Will Richard struggled. 0 of 6 from beyond the arc tonight, 2 of 9 from the field. Now which means he was 2 of 3 from the field inside the 3-point line. Let me bring in the audience now, because what are we waiting for? After a game like this, not a lot of analysis that needs to be provided. So let's hear from you folks if you're interested. I mean, look, maybe you have nothing to say after a game like this, but the link is in the chat if anybody wants to jump on. Brandon Podziemski, again, a player that I just don't get why Kerr has this faith in him. Like, I don't know why Brandon Podziemski, of all the young players who have come and gone during Steve Kerr's era, why is Pods the one guy that he loves? I mean, there could be some very suspicious reasons behind it, reasons that could be called conspiratorial, and I would get that if that accusation was levied. Whatever the reasoning, tonight, yet another reason I say this guy just ain't it. He played 27 minutes, 45 seconds. And in a game like this, where you have Draymond, Steph, Kuminga, Big Al, DeAnthony Melton, all out, you'd think the next man up would be maybe Moses Moody, certainly Brandon Podziemski. And every single time one of these games comes up where suddenly the onus is on him to do some heavy lifting, nothing comes out of it. And tonight he shot 4 of 13 from the field, had 2 3-point attempts, missed both of those, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. For someone who's one of the worst free throw shooters on the team, 4 or 5, it's good. It's 80%, but it's not great. And it's not doing much to bolster his free throw shooting percentage on the season. Did have 7 boards in the game, but in the one stat box that I repeatedly point to for critique, assists, yet again, did not reach 5. He had 4 assists, had 3 turnovers in this game, and a whopping 12 points. Also had, again, I mentioned the 3 turnovers. Him and Pat Spencer combined for 7 turnovers. Not a good look for your 2 point guards, being especially when they're on the floor together. Guy Santos, our player of the game, had 4 turnovers as well. GP2 had 2 turnovers. GP2, by the way, fouling out of this game in just 11 minutes and 53 seconds. And GP2, one of the guys that, again, I wish folks did not take this shit personally when I say it. I'm just, calling things as they are. And GP2 is one of those guys that, when you have a team with youngsters who need run, and your organization as a whole is hopeless, especially on a night like this, what is the point? I mean, the same goes for the Buddy Hield minutes. What is the point? Why? What are you getting out of this other than just, doing a favor for your veterans? Like, in what world is this serving the team's interest? And I bring that up because GP2 plays 11 minutes, 53 seconds, fouls out, does nothing out there. Buddy Hield plays 28 minutes, 52 seconds, 2 of 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from deep for him, 5 points in those 28 minutes and 52 seconds, second on the team in minutes tonight. Give the youngsters a bigger run. Why was Malachi Leons sitting on the bench until the 4th quarter? He's one of the only guys on this roster who actually looks like an NBA basketball player, and he did not show up until the 4th quarter. Side note, Malachi Leons in that 4th quarter played 9 minutes, 22 seconds, 2 of 4 from the field, finishes the game with 6 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist and a steal in that process. Also went to the line once, made both his free throws. Malify, I want to see more of him. So G4M bringing up, am I going to talk about Buddy Hield's missed free throws? No, because that went over my head. I apologize. Well, he only had 2 free throw attempts and he missed both of them. Did he airball them? I missed that. I apologize. Forgive me that for not being focused for all 48 minutes of this game. There were moments where my attention may have drifted off. But other than him going 0 of 2, I'd love to know, if you don't mind following up G4M, like what was notable about it besides the misses. Did he airball them? Were they just ugly ass plays? Julian Bashir is saying that when Buddy missed it, Austin Rivers, the Peacock crew had a weird setup tonight. Like the broadcasters were all sitting interdispersed with the fans. I don't know if that's what they always do. I've never seen that, at least from Peacock before. I know sometimes broadcast crews like to do gimmicky things, and it looked like a gimmick to me. But Austin Rivers, who had a whole bunch of opinions on this broadcast tonight, apparently went, "Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Buddy." I need the movie Elf is what I always think of when I hear buddy. Let's bring on Julian Bashir. Are you surviving? Because I know you got hit by that storm, right? Good to see you. How are you doing?
Yeah, it's pretty nice, pretty beautiful. Get some white snow.
Yeah.
Build some snowmans with at least the kids out
How
there.
many minutes or hours does it take before that white snow turns mucky, dark, brown, and black?
Well, fortunately, I'm in a good area where there's a park, so it's not much traffic or, like dogs or dirt like New York City. So, but usually it feels like the main part of New York City. That happens within 2 days. It becomes mushy and disgusting. So, Kerr would DMP me. Someone said Kerr would DMP Julian Bashir.
And Armando Lore, the professor who joins us every Friday, mentioning that Austin Rivers was ripping on Podziemski. And I talked about that earlier, how I saw that sentiment from a couple of fans, some members of Dub Nation, saying it's like one guy wrote, "It started to make me feel uncomfortable." It's like, what world are you living in? Where criticizing a basketball player makes you feel uncomfortable. Yeah. Meanwhile, 2/3 of this world is living in poverty, dealing with famine, war zones, disease, and you're feeling triggered because somebody's talking shit about a basketball player. Get the F out of here with the first world problems, man, dude. All Austin Rivers was saying tonight is how everybody who is not a diehard Warriors homer feels. That's it. It's just, dude, the Podziemski's just he ain't it. I've already done this exercise 1 through 15 on this Warriors roster. He's literally the worst player. Like if this team had a one-on-one tournament where all the players played against each other, up until the end, Podziemski's out in the first round. He's not beating anybody. And I get this is a team sport, but again, and I know Kerr calls him a connector, whatever the F that means. I don't see the connecting. I don't see anything. Like the best stat, which would represent connecting, is assists. Dude averages 3 assists a game. So I don't get the connecting part. I don't get anything about this kid. I don't think he's a bad kid. I just don't think he's a good NBA player. And I love the fact that Austin Rivers, I don't know if this was one of the many digs people felt uncomfortable with him saying, but I did hear the part where he goes, yeah, guys like Podziemski who just, can't really leap over people, can't shoot over. He basically was calling him out for lacking the physical traits of an NBA player. And he goes, but it was like a backhanded compliment. He goes, those guys, they have to learn how to score. They have to learn how to score.
There's context to this, and that's why I jumped on. The context, if anyone watches Austin Rivers' NBC podcast, he says how he really feels on the podcast. And just like all the players are saying, they say, why is Pods out there? And so tonight, if anyone watching the Peacock broadcast, it was a little bit more than other road teams announcers, but they always say, why is Pods playing? Why isn't Kuminga playing? That's pretty much the gist of it. And tonight was so funny because if you had the context of Austin Rivers and his podcast, when he said he talks to Kuminga's camp, he knows what's going on. He just can't say it, and he'll just pretty much say Pods is a bum. And I was in the chat during the game, And even before Austin Rivers said what it was about, as soon as Anthony and chat, if you didn't watch the game, Anthony Edwards and Pods had like a little back and forth throughout the game. And Pods was talking crap, and I warned about that a few games ago. I was like, he's going to get himself in trouble. Ant got up, went to Austin Rivers, and he pointed at Pods and was saying something. And Austin Rivers, like, when he's telling the other announcers, he said, hold on. He's covering the mic. And then they asked him what he won. And I was the only one in chat. I was like, I guarantee 100% he just said something about Pods. And pretty much what I guess Rivers hinted at was that Pods said that he was going to be on the 2028 Olympic team. And I'm pretty sure Anthony Edwards said, no fucking way. You're probably not going to be in the league by 2028.
I missed it. You said that tonight or in the podcast?
Well, no. So I'm guessing or making a educated guess, hypothesis that Anthony Edwards. No. What Austin Rivers said. Okay, this is what Austin Rivers did say. He said that Anthony Edwards told him, because there was asking, what did he say to you? And Austin Rivers said it centers around Podziemski and being selected for the Olympic game. So yeah, that was very specific where he said that's what it was about. How Edwards said it, I'm just guessing. I'm pretty sure that he said that he's trash and he's probably not going to be in the league and this guy's garbage and he shouldn't be on the team. And so I'm going to throw it to you, but I just want to remind you in the chat, if you watch that Minnesota second round series we had, they all love Kuminga. They were dapping him up. They even when they had like a little bit of argument, they were just like, okay, respect. That T-Wolves team knows and respects Kuminga, and they know what's going on. But I'll toss it back to you.
Well, it's just like, look, Julian, or anybody out there who is a Podziemski fan or who still thinks Kuminga or Steve Kerr is this genius, just put yourself in the shoes of an NBA player and ask yourself if the dude you were assigned to defend on the other team, and it was either Podziemski or Kuminga, and you had a choice, you are out of your damn mind if you actually would choose Kuminga as the guy to defend instead of Podziemski. I'm 5'10" in my 40s, approaching late 40s, and I'm confident that I want to phrase this in a realistic manner. I guess what I'm trying to say is I think I could hold my own for like 1 out of 100 possessions with Podziemski. With Kuminga, 0 out of 1,000, man. Kuminga would just knock me on my ass every play and just dunk the ball. I think Podziemski, I could get maybe one stop. But just the fact that I can even get one stop, this is a horrible exercise on my part. Forgive me. All I'm trying to say is Podziemski is just not an NBA basketball player, man. Like, look, he was the 19th pick in the draft. Most players drafted that late do not hit. It's okay. I don't know why Steve Kerr looks at him as like a favorite. That's the part that blows my mind. I just don't get it. And real quick, Barber in the chat, Barber NBA, who's a handful of our resident Steve Kerr apologists. There are still folks who just will go to the end, pretending that Steve Kerr still has some IQ in there, applying to NBA basketball. Writing, is there going to be an apology episode if the Warriors make the playoffs and not the play-in? What would I apologize for? I mean, I never said that they're not going to make the playoffs. I have no idea if they're going to make the playoffs. But at least before the Jimmy Butler injury, I thought the goal was a championship. Now, look, if they make the playoffs and they do it with, let's say, Kuminga being DNP the rest of the year, that'll be damn impressive. I would be blown away by that. They do have Stephen Curry and Draymond Green, so let's not act like this team has nothing on nights where the full team shows up. DeAnthony Melton is a real basketball player. I really hope if Kuminga is not traded, he comes back sooner than later. I'm actually excited to see Steph and Kuminga team up, man. I want to see them cause some headaches for the opposition. But I don't think any of us ever said that the Warriors are just guaranteed. Yeah. Or maybe Armando can speak for himself, but I don't recall ever saying that there's no chance in hell they're not going to be a playoff team. But I do say, what I will say is there's no chance in hell they're a title team. I don't see happening. Anyway, Julian, what's on your mind, brother?
I was going to say that's the caveat to Barber is that if they make a trade, then they have nothing to apologize for because what they're judging based on what we have seen on the court so far. So if they're able to make the playoffs with this team without Buddy, then maybe they can have a discussion of having an apology tour, side Armando. But this This I would say Guy Santos. I think even though he didn't have a good shooting night, I believe that he's not being used properly. I think he'll be a great small forward or a great big point guard. We've seen big point guards before, like Sean Livingston, Ben Simmons, even Luka Doncic, Michael Carter Williams, I think his name. And, there's a lot of big 6'9" point guards. And I think Guy's size would counterbalance any speed that you see from that position. And it takes an actual coach, people. It takes a coach with some innovation and thinking outside the box to see that Guy Santos, who played point guard for the Brazilian team, that maybe he should be playing point guard in the NBA instead of these quick guys, because you have to make adjustments. Take the best of what they can do. Luka, he's not the fastest. Yeah, he can score. I'm not saying Guy is Luka, but you can hide him on defense because of his size. But then you can get a double-double. Sharia's here.
Hi.
Sharia, how's the snow on your end?
It's the winter time. We're used to it.
Love it casual. You just say, it's just another day. It's just another day.
I'll let Sharia speak. Sharia, did you listen to the broadcast and hear what they were saying about Podziemski?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, Byron in our chat, I forgive me for not paying close attention to the broadcast. I'm now filled with regret because Byron Knox is writing that Austin Rivers first stated that he couldn't repeat what Edwards said. I can't wait for this stuff to show up in the socials. Somebody recorded that and they're going to post it. But it was about Podziemski. Then he went on to say it was about Podziemski playing in the Olympics. Is Podziemski vying for the Olympic team?
That's what he said. He said he's going to make that Olympic team. And him and Edwards were doing.
When did Paul say that? Do you know?
I think it was in the game, or maybe it was before the game, but I know that Edwards and him were talking about it, and you see that Edwards is giving him shit, laughing, and then Edwards got up out his seat to tell Austin Rivers, "This motherfucker's a bum." Like he said something like that.
I mean, look, I personally have nothing against irrational confidence, guys. Like, I don't think that's a negative, to be honest. Like, I like players who strive for the best, who want to be elite. But I hope he has self-awareness. I hope he also is fully aware of what he really is. I mean, aim for those things. Aim for the sky, son. But be very aware of who you actually are, too. And maybe make your dreams a little realistic, but add some pragmatism to the mix. I did not know that Podziemski thought of himself as someone who might be an Olympian.
You want to know how we know?
Imagine if Steve Kerr like treated Kuminga like this. Because look at how Podziemski feels having the nurturing, the support of his head coach, and the confidence this guy's exuding as a result of that. Imagine if JK got this level of support from his coaching staff. I can't begin to think where he would be right now. That just drives me insane. Sorry to go off on a tangent there.
I just want to say crazy. We know that Pods has no awareness of himself for reality, because when he was taken out the game, like a few weeks ago, he went up to Jonathan Kuminga and said, "Why are they taking me out the game?" I'm like, what that guy's been sitting for 10+ games, and you dare complain to him that were yanked out of the game? and Kuminga had to tell him, like, no, it's good. This is how it goes. You can tell he has no self-awareness right now.
No, and Steph, to go to the chat saying, why do you always make everything about Kuminga? I don't know, maybe because of like the fact that this has been a storyline for nearly 5 years. He's still on the team. It's a textbook example of what not to do with a prize player. And maybe most importantly, because Podziemski has been stealing his minutes for the entire time he's been on this team. Like, it's a gross misallocation of minutes. And to ignore it, it's like, I mean, what do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about Guy Santos? Is that what's going to rivet people? Do you want to talk about Quentin Post and that one play where he looked like a guard for a second, which was like kind of weird? Did you see that play, by the way, where he kind of like he literally went up and I think he slammed it and just literally treated him like looked the part of a shooting guard for one possession. What do you want to talk about, Steph the GOAT? Do you want to talk about Steph being out tonight? Well, what is your talking point, sir? If hearing Kuminga's name does not make you happy, what do you want to talk? Do you want to talk about Podziemski and how anemic he is, how mediocre he is? What's going on here, man? Come on, Steph the GOAT. What are we doing? I'm sorry. And Steph the GOAT, following up saying they play completely different positions. It's a positionless game. And the positions are all subjective in Kerr's head.
Right.
No, what other coach thinks Jimmy Butler and Kuminga play the exact same position and you can't put them on the court together? Funny, a lot of people would probably think Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown play the same position. Yet that seems to work fine. A lot of people think Jabari Smith Jr. and Alperen Şengün and Kevin Durant and Steven Adams play the same position. Funny, Ime Udoka seems to work that out fine because it's a positionless game. You can play whoever the hell you want, man. All those Podziemski minutes could have been filled by Jonathan Kuminga. There's no rules being broken, and I guarantee it would have been a better product. This is crazy, man. Always the same shit from these Steve Kerr apologists. Always the same, just casual type takes, man. I like the impression I get more and more from these folks is they just never play basketball. They showed up when they saw the Stephen Curry show. They were like, "Damn, this is fun to watch." And now they're at the end of it, and they're like, "This isn't that fun to watch." Wait, you're hating on the thing that I loved watching, and then they're going to be gone in 2 years when Steph retires, and then we'll see what's next. But it's crazy.
Well, Kenny Smith said it perfectly. He said the reason why we're talking about Kuminga is because he's good. That's what Kenny Smith said. And if you look around the league, Kuminga's not the only 4 to 5 year player or young player that's getting kind of benched or not played properly. I think Cam Thompson, Quentin Grimes, they're both signed their qualifying offer. A few other players that someone mentioned. But the reason why Kuminga is such a big spotlight is because even people that have goldfish memories, he's proven himself over and over again. As soon as you put him in, he scores 30 points in 30 minutes. And I think that's the real Kuminga. What we're seeing when he comes in for 10 minutes or after those rough starts, that's him overthinking everything. And everybody that's when I say in year 3 he was killing it, or even year 4 when he had that stretch, is because when he gets either confidence or right now he doesn't care, which is a good thing because he's like, no, I'm going to take my ISO shots. When he takes his ISO shots with confidence, it's nothing but money. He gets fouled. He's like, pick and roll. Why not run a pick and roll? He gets fouled on his left side, makes all his layups. So right now, that's the Kuminga that we really see, and that's the Kuminga that people that have been following this game or the storyline for a while have seen. Is like, how do you sit someone that scores 24 points per game in the second round against playoff defense? Gilbert Arenas, he said 24 points in the playoffs is like 31 points in the regular season. And And here's the thing. Everyone's saying, well, we have to get something in return for Kuminga. The reason why Warriors, it's cognitive dissonance. You don't play him because you're telling the world he's trash, but you're not going to trade him for trash. Which one is it? Because the Warriors are scared that if he goes to a team, he's going to be dropping 25 points per night on 55% shooting that he's shown us, on 37% three-point shot, on 75% free throw, and those 2 turnovers that the fans keep on bringing up every time he has is going to be a blip of his game when he has 35 minutes. So that's why we talk about Kuminga. Simon said he wanted to talk about Leon, and I could jump off if you need to add more people, but I would say Leon, he looked big. Even like I think he's like 6'10" in shoes, but he was grabbing every rebound. He was defending, contesting. I'm like, why can't and this is why I say that I know the Warriors don't have practice, because there's no way that you have a guy that long that Lindy Waters could get minutes last year, but this guy can't get any minutes. Like, just give it a chance, because he looked like a real NBA player out there. But Cy, I'll let you go because I want Sharia to talk and I want you to get some other people.
You are good people, Julian. Thank you for that. As he's mastering the mic drop as well. Yeah, there were folks waiting. Sharia, how are you doing? We haven't had a chance to really check in with you directly. It was just a brief little like cameo check in. Let's get the full rundown. How are you, and what was your reaction to tonight's game if you watched it?
I'm doing well. The game, it was giving JV. It was just giving JV basketball. It was giving JV, but we already know that. But there's a lot of fans that don't pay attention and haven't been following the entire time, the last 2 seasons. This is what the team is without your core. This is it. This is what we got. So when we sit here and we talk about, we've got this person, we've got that person, we need to play this person. They played all of them. And this is what we have. I kind of feel like they were kind of looking to see if they do make a trade, who's going to be in the trade, like who they can pick from. Like the ones that they sat are the ones they're going to keep for sure. I still don't believe that they're going to trade Jonathan Kuminga. No, I don't hear any sound.
No, I was muted. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You said that you think they will trade him?
I don't think they will.
I'm
convinced. I don't think they will. No, I don't think they will. They know what he is.
Part of it is, and this is just a theory. This is just me spitballing, but part of me wonders if the front office is just looking at this like, look, Steve, you made this bed, you got to sleep in it, and it makes it a lot easier for them to cut the cord after the season. Like if this continues the way it does, and look, tonight was an extreme end of how the rest of the way is likely going to go because you did not have literally all of your best players. So it's not gonna be this ugly throughout, but you're likely going to be a play-in team. Side note, someone in the chat, and my whole point is that if things finish not in a solid manner, it makes it a lot easier to say goodbye. It makes it a hell of a lot easier to just say, time for a new direction here, time for new leadership. I saw a chat comment that I wanted to quickly bring up here from Man TT8YK saying Pods is a good role player. I don't even know why you'd believe that. I mean, since the Warriors drafted Podziemski, not one playoff appearance, routine underachievement. I mean, what makes you think he's even a good role player? Because Kerr likes him? I mean, does he pass the eye test to you? I mean, his style of basketball is old man basketball, meaning he's the guy at the gym who's 60 years old playing with a bunch of 20-year-olds, magically getting buckets left and right because he knows how to pivot. He knows how to do like scoop shots, except the old man in the gym is actually making those. If you watch the game tonight, I don't know how many layups were just not even close. Like they were just floaters being airballed and all sorts of ugly shots. I don't even subscribe to the rhetoric he's a good role player. I don't. And there's one player where NBA Centel even called him out with a clip because he just dribbled the ball of his foot twice and magically got the ball back the first time. I don't know if you folks saw that play. He dribbles off his foot, barely gets it back before it goes over the half court line. Again, he's just dribbling the ball by himself in the middle of the court, brought the ball across, and then he dribbles it off his foot again, turnover. Okay, and I don't know one thing he does that's exceptional, except maybe take charges. But even there, other teams are starting to adjust and learning to go around him, or you see teams challenging the charges, and oftentimes those plays are reversed. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I heard someone once coined the phrase "dollar store Dre" as his nickname, and that to me is the most accurate to this day because I think that's what Steve sees in him. Stevie Kerr, as Professor Armando Lora loves to say. I think that's what Stevie Kerr sees in him as a Draymond type. Except Draymond's bigger, more athletic, can do a whole bunch of shit, one of the greatest defensive players ever, and Podziemski is just like a dude. Maybe I'm being too harsh. I'll shut up.
No, you can find a lot of Podziemskis. I mean, they're everywhere. You know, there's nothing significant that stands out. Do I think that he's been playing hard this stretch? I do think he's been playing hard. I think the system is whack, it's outdated, it's old. Everybody knows it. Even them. And so when you put him in it, because it's so whack and old, he looks great, Yeah. And he hides behind Steph and those other core players. It makes him look good because he doesn't have to do as much. But when they're not playing, he's exposed.
Absolutely right. And as Armando says in our chat, he's active tonight in our chat. Love you, Professor. We'll see you Friday. Writing that Draymond has elite strength and wingspan, while you can draft a Brandon Podziemski in the second round every year. And when you see all these second round picks emerging on numerous rosters, wholeheartedly agree. You make an excellent point there. Podziemskis are a dime a dozen, right? I just don't get what's special about him. I agree with you wholeheartedly. He hustles. He's a tryhard. I get that. But that alone is not enough. Thank you for the hustle. We get you're putting your best effort in, but it's the NBA. If hustle is all it took, Sharia, you and I can go try out.
Right.
If work ethic is the key here, I think a lot more people are suddenly eligible for NBA basketball. I can't find the clips yet, and yes, Giuseppe, you are right that Brent Barry would be my top pick as the next NBA head coach. And I'm glad you said that because this is to me the best time imaginable to make a switch at the head coaching position. I've never seen such dearth in terms in terms of just the talent pool. There are so many assistants you can choose from. There are so many great veteran head coaches just sitting at the unemployment line. You have 2 assistants on your own staff you could probably promote and have take over. I doubt they're going to do that, but who knows? My point is, if there was ever a time to replace Kerr, this is it. There are some bright minds out there you could bring in who will do just fine, I think. Anything you want to add, Sharia? Anything?
No, I agree. I don't think he'll be with them next season, but he's here until the end of this season.
Yeah, and really, Dubs, you're absolutely right that Podziemski was drafted largely because his second year in college, he shot 43.8% from deep, which is exceptional. But it's a 1-year sample size in 30 games approximately, playing for Santa Clara against WCC competition. And when that translates to the NBA, that the shooting percentage goes down to 38, 37, 38. Podziemski was 0 of 2 from deep tonight. The 3-point percentage, the stats I have I don't know if they're going to reflect like literally what his percentage is now, but I saw it dip down to about 39. He's just not a high volume 3-point shooter, so that percentage will flip. But career wise, is about 37. And yeah, I guess me personally, I've seen enough. Like Podziemski's not going to take some magic leap. He's not going to. There's no next gear, no next level that we're awaiting. This is him. This is what you're going to get probably for the rest of his career. Is, you know, a try-hard guy who hustles. And again, that's good, right? Like, that's not a bad thing. I'm not criticizing that part of it, but he's not an elite shooter. He's a subpar defender. He's not even a good free throw shooter, which, again, for all the folks out there who loved calling Kuminga out for that, don't be a hypocrite, man. You better speak up about that with Pods too if that's so important to you. He's not a good free throw shooter. And it's just, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't even think he's that elite as a ball handler, but that's just me. Bloomer, who has the sad emoji. And again, the Warriors had their G League squad out there tonight, essentially. This was essentially a G League game. I think Sharia eloquently put it as calling it a JV game. Bloomer, what was your take on it? Great to see you.
Hey, guys. Good to see you again. Good
Hi.
to see you, Sharia.
Hello.
But I definitely would take this a step further from what Sharia said. This is like YMCA basketball. This is like in the Space Jam movie when they met the Monstars. Like, this is like, you know, and that's how bad it was. But yeah, I mean, it's at this point, I'm just hoping and praying for a change. Obviously, I don't think it's gonna happen, but I'm just hoping, because this is.
What kind of change do you want?
I head coaching. Pod,
okay. I guess what I'm asking is, I hear what you're saying, but realistically, I'm not expecting that. Right? They're going to let Kerr finish out the year. That's where the respect will kick in, and that's the you're welcome from ownership. All right, like most other organizations would have probably cut ties when they started. Maybe even a year ago, they would have done so. Kerr's got on a shitload of leeway from this front office, and they're going to give him a little more. They're going to give him 3 more months so that the farewell can be professional and not drama-filled, and it doesn't look disrespectful. With that said, considering Steve Kerr will likely stick it out for the rest of the year, and again, it's just such a shame that he doesn't get personnel, because everything else is fine. The system is solid. I never gripe about that. I think you can mix it up a little more and make it more friendly for ISO type players, and maybe have some more pick and roll in there. But still, the system's solid, man. I mean, when Steph's playing, there are nights where it just is so beautiful, and you're reminded of the greatness of this team and what it once was. But he's just so awful at evaluating talent. That is just clearly not a strong suit of his, and that's unfortunately very important for a head coach. I know I've said that repeatedly, but do you want trades? Like, what do you like? Are there any trades that would excite you? Are there any names out there that's sticking out to you, Bloomer?
I mean, we talked about this recently, or before, kind of a far stretch, even if it's like smaller moves, but it can be like a key piece. Like, we were talking about like Triple J or your guy Lowry. Lowry. Yeah,
and I have to play it.
But even that one that's
Mike Lowry. Mike Lowry. I'm Mike Lowry.
Or Larry. He goes by Larry as well.
Yeah,
but
even the one that's like we all said was like a fishy trade, but like it actually looks not as bad now because Jimmy's hurt. Like even that AD trade, it doesn't look that bad. It's not good, but it's like better than nothing. Like even that one's like sensible at some point, or at least. So like just something that's gonna like make some sort of change like within the system of the team. And then like you can try to make like that whatever Steve Kerr is saying, like, oh, a 6th playoff push. Like, yeah, but you need better personnel. Because what we have right now is like stale product.
Sorry for the scream, but Byron, what he wrote here kind of made me lose my shit for a second internally. Then I played the sound effect to let people know how I feel externally. In reference, Byron Knox in our chat writing, he doesn't think Steve Kerr is going anywhere until Stephen Curry is gone. That fear still lingers. I don't even want to touch that subject because you might be right, and that frightens me. Go ahead, Bloomer. I apologize for interrupting you.
Oh no, you're fine. I was just saying, like right now, it's just stale product, and we need to like make a change within the organization, like ASAP. Like, I mean, just also like just a quick shout out, like look at Will Richard. Give that guy a lot of minutes. You know, actually, I feel like he got snubbed from the Rising Stars game. Do you know when they were choosing all the rookies from his draft class?
Did they make those selections?
Yeah, I think he was like because they did selections for like a Rising Stars. I think Richard should have been part of that, but they didn't get him. He got snubbed. So
I want to look that up right now because I missed that. This was today.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, forgive me. Okay, so and Bloomer, I'm glad you brought that up. So in case you're wondering. And it's worth noting that the rise. So Podziemski made the Rising Stars, I believe, right?
Boo.
Trace Jackson Davis made the Rising Stars. Are those the two players from recent history who are?
I think Spencer was there too.
Was he?
Yeah, I remember him being part of it. I don't know if it was like. I think it was like a
a skills challenge or some. You might be right though too. You might be right. Well. Here are the rookies and the sophomores who are going to play in this year's Rising Stars Challenge. And you're absolutely right, Bloomer. No Golden State Warriors players named. The sophomore. We'll start with the rookies. The rookies are going to be Cedric Coward. Side note, he's going to be special. I think he's going to be a really good player. The Grizzlies nailed it. Bay Area native at that. Igor Demin. Okay. VJ Edgecombe, fantastic. Jeremiah Fears, promising. Cooper Flagg, future superstar. Dylan Harper, future superstar. Trey Johnson of the Wizards. Con Knipple, future superstar. Colin Murray Boyles, of the Toronto Raptors. Don't know a thing about him. And Derek Queen of the New Orleans Pelicans. Those are your rookies. And then the sophomores include Mattis Buzelis of the Chicago Bulls. Stephon Castle of the Spurs. Donovan Clingan of the Trailblazers. Keyshawn George of the Washington Wizards. Aja Mitchell of the OKC Thunder. God damn it, dude! Even they have a player. And AJ Mitchell is I get it. Alex Sarr, a player who again would be right near the top of my wish list for the Warriors. I don't think he's gettable though. Reed Shepherd of the Rockets. Cam Spencer of the Memphis Grizzlies. Wow. That is Pat's younger brother. Jalen Tyson of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Never heard of that dude. Kel'el Ware of the Miami Heat. And Jalen Wells of the Memphis Grizzlies. Sharia, any thoughts on that?
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with any. There's only, I think, 2 players that I don't recognize, but the rest of them, I say, yeah.
Yeah, there was like one dude I didn't one or two. I didn't recognize Jalen Tyson of the Cavaliers. Bloomer, does that name ring a bell?
Who?
And the other one was Colin Murray Boyles. I don't remember him playing in either of those Warrior games this year, but apparently he's good enough to make the Rising Stars Challenge. So there you go.
They were part of the roster. They just weren't like big names when they were in the Warriors played against those teams with those rookies and sophomores. They didn't really stuck out as much, but they definitely were there. They were kind of just like a side piece on their teams that was just trying to contribute little things, but they were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AK in our chat real quick. AK66GS36 writing, can the Warriors trade Jonathan Kuminga plus 3 future first round picks for VJ Edgecombe.
What?
And as crazy as this may sound for me, I don't think Philly would do that.
No, they wouldn't.
No.
You'd have to make it, I think, 5. Like you'd have to throw in like I don't know what. I don't think the Warriors could get him no matter what.
Mm-mm.
That seems very little for the Warriors too.
5
Just
straight
one player.
What's up?
Oh, I'm sorry, just interrupted. That seems VJ Edgecombe is a great talent. Don't get me wrong, but three first and Kuminga for him. You gotta get your eyes checked. Get your eyes checked on that one.
So you're saying that if you're Philly, you would say yes to that trade?
No. I mean,
yeah, me too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No. I'm just saying, like, the Warriors would say no to this trade, but also Philly would say no to this trade. This is a no situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're saying you think the Warriors would not do that? Like if Philly called the Warriors and said, we'll give you VJ Edgecombe if you give us 3 picks in Kuminga, you think the Warriors would say no to that?
I mean, side like I would get him, but like I feel like this it needs to be more. That's just like one. Like, Sharia, do you agree with me on this? Like,
I couldn't tell you what the Warriors would do. I honestly couldn't.
What would you do, Sharia, if you were GM yourself?
And
Philly called you.
I don't know it. I don't know because I'm such a Kuminga fan, but I'm also a VJ fan too, and he's a little bit younger. I might do it. I don't know.
Armando Laura thinks that 3 first-round picks would be enough to get anybody. You folks might be right, but VJ Edgecombe, his stock is about as high as it can get for any player. I mean, the dude's like 19, and like his number. Let me look up his numbers real fast because he's wild. He's one of these guys that I think is not only someday going to be a superstar, like already could be someday a future Hall of Famer. And watch me get aggregated for this, and 5 years later, people are going to see Cy, you're an idiot. You don't know shit. You don't know basketball, bro. You don't know hoops. VJ Edgecombe turned 20 in July, so I apologize. He's 20 years old. In his rookie season, putting up 15.6 points per game, 5.3 rebounds, 4.2 assists. He stands at 6'4", so he's not like a little dude. He's basically Buddy Hield size. And he's shooting currently 36.6% from deep. That number is only going to go up for the next 3 to 5 years. 43.1% from the field. That's definitely going to go up. And maybe most importantly, despite averaging 36 minutes a game, only commits 1.9 turnovers per game. So he's already efficient.
He's like a young Jimmy Butler sprinkled with Anthony Edwards. I
would love him. And he's an energy guy. Like he's
really
nailed it.
Okay, I'll take back what I said.
There's no right or wrong here. Don't be influenced. Don't change your mind because like I'm saying something. Sharia, it's okay.
No, because basically like what Sharia was saying, like like a mix of Jimmy and Ant-Man is like you can kind of redo that mistake with the whole 2020 draft of picking Wiseman instead of Edwards. If you get him, then you have a future set right there, and you just got to build around him when Curry retires. So then, because I didn't think it all the way through when I was thinking the whole JK and the 3 first rounders. But I mean, it's really an interesting when you start, like me, Cy, with this deep dive stuff. When you start really deep diving in it, now it's like it's a little interesting. So
and a huge reason why Armando said what he said, and Armando dropping money on our show tonight.
Hey,
thank you. I hope the tequila is going down smooth for you tonight. Writing, isn't Seth Curry? This is factually correct. Seth, whose side note, we're now 2 days overdue on their next reevaluation, or at least the day. We were supposed to get the next update yesterday, and I don't think Seth's traveling with the team, so I don't understand why we haven't gotten an update on the status, the latest with Seth Curry's recovery from the left sciatic nerve injury that he's been dealing with. But Armando dropping $5. Thank you, brother. Writing, isn't Seth married to Austin Rivers' sister?
Yes.
Doc Rivers' daughter. And he called out Kerr's BS. Yeah, it's a very interesting dynamic there where he's correct. Seth Curry is married to Austin Rivers' sister. And that means the Currys know the score pucking. And Armando also added that the Warriors' future picks are worth gold. He's 100% right. And in case people don't understand why, it's because the NBA landscape, and more specifically the front offices of the other 29 teams, when they look at the Warriors, they see a team that 2 years from now is lottery bound. And so those picks, what everyone is expecting, not next year's, not the 2026, but 7 on, what everyone is expecting is the Warriors to be a garbage team and those picks being worth high top 4 status. Like you might strike gold with any one of those picks in the upcoming future. So that's why those picks are worth so much, and why you could probably get pretty much anybody for them. And it's also, I think, why the Warriors are standing pat, waiting for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Don't pretend that, folks. Before we bring on Bad Hombre, Tim of the City, and Memo, those are the last 3 for tonight. Shreya, I'll start with you. In my opinion, the plausibility, the possibility of Giannis Antetokounmpo being traded to the Warriors has never been more realistic. I don't think that the odds of it have ever been higher than right now, for the simple reason that Milwaukee is a shitty team. Giannis clearly wants out of there. The only thing holding that up is the Bucks themselves not wanting to let go of their prize superstar. Some people bring up Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the 70s leaving the Bucks for the Lakers, and that rehashing. I think that's way too ancient history for anyone to care. But some folks in Milwaukee are bringing that up, saying they don't want to make that mistake again. My point is, to me, if you're going to swing for the fences and get Giannis, there's never been a better time. I've never seen his stock lower, and I'm not saying his stock is low. I'm just saying, relatively speaking, whereas his stock might have once upon a time been worth like $500 a stock, maybe now it's like $450. But it's still insanely high, but it's just taking a slight dip. If you're going to get him, I don't think there's ever been a more realistic likelihood of that happening. With that said, maybe 5% chance of it happening. Who knows? But Shreya, what are your thoughts? Is it still just a pipe dream? Is there any sense from your intuition saying that maybe this could happen?
No, I think they'll get Michael Porter Jr. before they ever be able to get Giannis. I mean, I think the Bucks will get rid of Doc. I do think that.
So you think Giannis doesn't like Doc?
I don't know if he doesn't like him, but it's clearly not working.
It ain't working. No, that's true.
No.
Bloomer, what are your thoughts on Giannis? Any possibility, or is that still just do I need to jump off my cloud?
I mean, like Shreya said, I don't think it's happening. And also, like you said, it's a pipe dream. Because I mean, if they really wanted Giannis, they would have tried to go for him a long time ago. Especially with all those times, Steve Kerr DNPing an athletic freak on the bench, but he's been just sobering away. And and then the time he does get to play, which is only like barely 2.5 games, and then he gets hurt. So it sucks, because I would think the idea of him and Curry, because they have a great relationship, would work out. But at this point, I don't really see it happening. And then on top of that, there really isn't there isn't really a trade out there that's gonna be like amazing to the point where they can really, get a push going. Like it's hard as it is. Like, it might as well just roll what they have. Like what you said, right? Because you said I don't even think a trade is possible right now. They might not do anything.
So, Bloomer, the one change that you want, going back to the start of your segment, is coaching.
Yeah, I want that.
A new coach. I know. I feel you. On that.
But just one last point I was gonna say, Sai, is that from Julian's last comment about Leons and them, like I watched that guy play from the G League too when he was with the Thunder and stuff, because I just wanted to look at more highlights. That kid can play.
That's what I've heard.
Tall.
Yeah.
So like Steve Kerr, like, open your old crusty eyes and like actually play the kid. I'm saying, like you say, he has a great NBA body. He looks like an NBA player. You get him some minutes and roll it with bigger lineups and stuff. I've been telling you, TJD, I think he should be like a 4, not a 5. And you can put Post or Horford, and then maybe put Leons in there. Like, I'm just trying to think of lineups where you can get taller, and then Santos can come in there later or something like that, right? Like, that's just my thinking side, but that's all I gotta say for tonight and the game.
You said a lot. Thank you, Bloomer. Life good?
What was that?
Is life good?
Yeah, me and my lady, we're doing good, and she actually was hearing me when I was doing this last time. She also just wanted to say hi and thanks.
Oh, say what's up.
Yeah,
love it.
And sorry I wasn't able to make it last time. I think I tried to join last time, but my internet connection was bad because because I think because we're having some weather issues here in Cali. Like I don't know if you.
I'm not touching that because the rest of the country is experiencing real weather issues.
Yeah,
I'm not touching that, man. Where are you in the Bay where you're experiencing weather issues?
Well, I'm close by I'm in Santa Clara, but it's like with like wind.
What weather issues are you experiencing? Did you see a cloud in the sky today? I mean, I know it's scary. It's scary. It can be frightening.
No. The time when I was trying to call you, that's when it was just when
it was heavy winds.
Yeah, heavy winds and faulty. So,
but things are good now.
It's okay right now. That's why I'm able to hop on. But yeah.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. Bloomer, tell your woman thank you for letting you escape for a bit and enjoy Warriors basketball, because I don't think everyone is lucky with their partners to enjoy that freedom. It's not a gender thing. I'm saying it could go both ways. Some spouses get jealous of the time you spend investing in Warriors basketball, your favorite sports team. I've seen it, man. It's not cool.
No,
it ain't cool to do that, but it sadly happens.
She's a rare one.
You may or may not.
She's a rare. She doesn't get angry at all. She's very good. She's always happy.
Good. So. Okay. Good stuff. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. And also, hey, last thing, shout out to your dog Bubba. Give him some love.
Thank you.
I don't know if anyone else on the show it gives him some love. He deserves some love too. I hear him barking a lot of your lives. And I'm let me see if
I can do a quick. And you're gonna see a glass vase in this shot. Just ignore that part. See that pretty little glass? Oh no, you don't have to see that. So here is, if I can get. Oh, there's the glass.
There he is.
And there's Bubba. Bubba, you want to say hi to the people? Bubba. He's passed out.
He's cute. That's good.
He's a bulldog. He just sleeps. And I took him for a walk today. And when he has a walk day, his life is just done. He's out.
But yeah, I just wanted to give him a shout out, Cy, and thanks again. Good to see you and Sharia again. And let's hopefully we do better next game. And I'll try to jump on again. But thanks again.
Yeah, of course, dude. Of course. Well, let me get this. This is why I don't do that often. It's actually kind of a pain in the ass. All these wires. All right, Bloomer. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Sharia, is your husband? Does he enjoy basketball with you, or
he watches sometimes?
Too personal of a question.
No, he watches sometimes.
But you're the big fan though in the house.
Me and my mom.
And your mom. Did you and your mom play?
My mom played netball, which is something similar to basketball, but it's mainly like in Europe and England and other countries. So she was, she was into sports too.
Hey Sharia, it smells like Updog in here.
Oh my.
In case you folks don't understand that, the other person's supposed to go, "What's up, dog?" And then the original person goes, "Nothing. What's up with you?"
I'm like, "Oh, bye."
I was gonna play some multimedia elements from after the game, but every comment, whether it's Quentin Post, whether it's Steve Kerr, all they're doing is talking about. They're not talking about basketball. They're talking about all the drama and it valid, obviously. But look, Minnesota is just going through it. Any thoughts on that, Sharia? Because it is craziness.
It's craziness. It's madness. When they lost the other night, I thought to myself, we got to give them a little bit of grace because their whole city is going through a lot, and to play a game through all of that, you just have to give them grace. You've got people, you never know. They may have people that are close to them that are experiencing it.
And now there's the other side of the coin, which is Anthony Edwards, who did not play tonight, reportedly because of load management. That's what I saw. I don't know if you saw the same thing, Sharia, but I bring his name up because he was asked about the protests and the death and the upheaval of the community, a community that is not happy with the ICE presence in the state and the region. And Anthony Edwards, I'll pull up this soundbite. Did you get a chance to hear it?
No, I didn't.
All right, let me see if I can find this really quickly because the answer was it wasn't like disrespectful or bad or anything, but what it revealed is that he's not someone who keeps up with the news. And what I didn't know, and mad respect if this is true, is that here it is. Here, this is it right here. Okay, this is courtesy of Dane Moore, and Dane covers the Timberwolves. I don't know for who. I guess he just has a podcast. I'm guessing. Oh, here he goes. He got laid off from his writing gig with somebody, and so now he's just independent. Anyways, I want to give him credit. So this is courtesy of at Dane Moore NBA. And Anthony Edwards, this was last night, was asked about all the tumult. And here is what Anthony Edwards had to say in a pretty casual manner.
Just a message to that community. Man, I just love Minnesota. All the love and support that they show me. So I'm behind with whatever they would. And I don't really have social media, so I'm not in tune with everything, but I've heard about the stuff that's going on. So me and my family definitely praying for everybody.
I'm impressed that he's not on social media. That's what I took away from that, is that that's healthy. Because the opposite end of the spectrum is Kevin Durant, who like looks at everything, right? And responds to people. I didn't know Anthony Edwards just shook that shit off. Respect. Any thoughts?
Media training. Get it, Ant. Ant said y'all are not get me in that. Media training.
What you're saying in a subtle manner is that was just a whole bunch of bullshit right there.
I mean, media training. He's not getting me in that.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Let's bring on a bad hombre. Hombre, good to hear from you. How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there. Can you hear me okay?
What's going on with you, man? Just hanging in there? Usually when I hear that, that means like, you're surviving, but things aren't that great. Are you doing okay?
No, things are great. Things are great. Just a figure of speech.
Good. Okay. I just want to make sure. Well, what's on your mind?
Well, first thing, I didn't really watch the whole game. I was switching back and forth between Arizona and BYU. I wanted to see AJ play to see if he was legit.
And?
Yeah, he's the real deal. He should be the number one player in the draft.
Wow. Okay. All right.
And the second thing I wanted to say, we have to stop letting Kerr and the local media gaslight us because they're the ones that create the narrative. And no, seriously, just hear me out. They're the ones that say James Wiseman was a bust. Cy, what if I told you that his rookie numbers were better than Jokic? Would you believe me?
Repeat that again. I'm sorry.
If I told you that James Wiseman's rookie numbers were better than Jokic's rookie numbers, would you believe me?
Yes, but Jokic was a second round pick, so I imagine he didn't play that much.
He actually played more than Wiseman. He played 21 minutes a game. Wiseman played 20. Jokic averaged 10 a game. Wiseman averaged 12 and 6. And they said that kid was the bust, and they ran him out of town. Develop your young talent, Warriors. No trade is going to help us win a chip. Develop the young talent.
Wholeheartedly agree. I have a random theory that I'd like to present to both of you, if you don't mind. Here's my theory, and this is a theory that could be totally just not accurate at all. It's just something that popped in my head, and I'm using you two as individuals to run this by to see how crazy it sounds. Could Steve Kerr's handling of Kuminga and Wiseman, could it come down simply to durability? Meaning, if James Wiseman did not get hurt midway through the rookie year, and if Kuminga didn't experience injuries, most recently the ankle injury last year that caused him to miss 30 plus games, are we talking about a different story, or am I trying to find too many excuses for an asinine situation?
No, I think he wanted to turn Wiseman into a stretch five, and that wasn't his natural position. And he just doesn't want JK to score for some reason. Set screens and rebound.
Sure, your thoughts.
I agree with him.
Yeah, I'll never forget James Wiseman his rookie year looking pretty legit, putting up 12 and 6, shooting nearly 32% from deep as that stretch five you're talking about. But then he gets injured, misses the rest of the season. And then when he comes back, all of a sudden he has fumbling issues. he did not have that his rookie year. He did not have that in college. And to me, that's just one of many examples of a coaching system gone awry. Like, your players are not supposed to get worse under your tenure. They're supposed to improve. You're supposed to instill confidence in these guys. You're supposed to make things easy for them so they could grow and develop. And all I see though is just players who are like afraid and worried about just one mistake costing them minutes, and all it does is just kill their confidence. Like you should not have issues fumbling a basketball. Yet James Wiseman, we all saw it in year 2. Suddenly, like every other possession, every time he got the ball, he just couldn't even hold on to it. It was wild and disappointing.
Well, the opposite of that is the same reason why Pods can tell Ant-Man during a game that he's going to make the Olympic team in 2028. Why are you even talking to him? He's not on your level, Pods.
That's weird. And then they're mocking
unrational competence. The last thing I wanted to say, Ty, what do you think about the Warriors turning down that trade today that it came out? It was JK.
What did I miss?
Yeah, it was JK to the Lakers for, I think I want to say Dalton Connect.
For a bag of chips?
For 2 Dalton Connect or either Gabe Vincent and another guy, 2 expiring contracts,
bag of chips,
plus a second round pick, and the Warriors said no.
Because that's a bag of chips, Ombre. That's an awful proposition from the Lakers. Gabe Vincent, who the hell wants him? Dalton Connect, that is about as damaged of a prospect as you're going to find. Second round picks. I mean,
and 1 second round pick for JK.
1 second round pick. That's why. If that story is true, I forgot who reported that. I think it was
Slater. Yeah.
But if that's true, again, 2 things. I have 2 things to say about that. One, it's going to take a lot for the Warriors to trade Kuminga interconference, because if you trade him away to an interconference team, you're going to see him way more often, and he's probably going to set his target on you for vengeance. And why the hell would you want to see that for the next 10, 15 years? Let's not forget Kuminga's young. And 2, the Warriors are not going to get ripped off. And I respect that. Why would you want to get ripped off?
Yeah, but what happens after the injury? Are they going to go with the DNP? What do you all think? Or are they going to say, okay, well, he's technically our second best player, so
that's what I think. My strong suspicion, and Shreya, jump in here, please, with any thoughts if you have them. And again, I get it. This is a topic no one has clear answers on, but my guess is when Kuminga feels healthy, who knows when that is, he's going to play for the Warriors again. And when the trade deadline comes and goes, all the drama is going to lift. And you're probably going to see Kuminga get a more established role. And then when the offseason rolls around, my prediction is if Kuminga's still with the team after the trade deadline, they're going to find some way to make Steve Kerr's exit graceful. And Kuminga's going to get a new contract, probably like 3 years, $100 million. And that's going to settle that. That would be my prediction for what happens.
Same here. I think he'll play.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't think that's a horrible situation either. Like I'm looking forward, like a lot of people, to a fresh start in terms of leadership. This shit, you have. I don't know if you folks realize, and again, take this for what it's worth, but the media scene that covers the Warriors who are at Chase Center full time, they are miserable. And every time I went there, whether it was media day, and I think I've been to 2 other games this season, and I talk to people almost every day, it's the mood in that building is so down. it's just stale. Like they're like a fresh start is desperately needed. A jolt of energy, like new life, man. Like an organization, that organization, the Warriors have not needed that in a damn long time. They desperately need that now. It's just they're just a team that's going through the motions right now.
Mhm.
It's just like, oh, another day. We're playing basketball. Great. Like there's no big goals. There's no, nothing to get excited about. It's depressing is what it is. So a fresh start is needed, man. I'm excited. I'm dying to know who they're targeting as their next coach. I'm riveted by that.
I kind of like Minnesota's assistant coach.
Which one?
I think I don't know his name. They interviewed him today during the game. You remember last year when Finch hurt his hip and he took over
that dude
a couple of games? Yeah, him. I wouldn't mind him.
There's a lot of very bright young assistants across the. Again, this to me is there's never been a better time to look for a head coach, because not only do you have a bevy of assistants, you also have guys like Taylor Jenkins, Mike Malone. I love Willie Green. I know it didn't work out for him in New Orleans. I think he's a fantastic coach. I would not hate that decision. A former assistant under Kerr. And I get it. If you don't like that name that I bring up, that's just my opinion on it. But
no, he's legit. Even Luke Walton. He's with the Pistons now. Bring him back.
You don't have me there, but it's okay. It's okay though. It's okay. My point is that there's a shitload of options for them to choose from, and there's never been a better time to move on and select a new coach. Because if you think back to when Steve Kerr was hired, do you know what the backup plan was? If Steve Kerr went as originally planned to the New York Knicks to coach under Phil Jackson, do you remember what Plan B was?
No, what was it?
Stan Van Gundy.
Oh my God, no.
And now, like, Stan Van Gundy would never even get a second thought, man. By the way, Jeff Van Gundy's another name. I don't know if that is like Jeff's to me is night and day. There are a lot of options to choose from now. 12 years ago, for whatever reason, it was slim pickings. Like there were you did not have a lot of good options back then. Now you do. It's good times.
The only thing worse than Stan Van Gundy would be if you would have said Mike D'Antoni. So,
yeah. Who are some of the worst coaches that the Warriors could bring in? I'll start with this one, Doc Rivers.
I was going to say Doc. You took it away. I was going to say Doc.
Anyone else says that's a hard no?
It was Doc. You already got it. It was Doc.
Bad hombre. Any other hard no's for you for next coach of the Warriors?
I'm thinking it would probably be D'Antoni. I'm trying to think, is there anybody that's high?
Dude. That's a hell no. And yes, Centaur Cinema in the chat saying that the Gundys are there are Bay Area locals. They're from Martinez. Absolutely right, sir. You are accurate there. This is our winner. We got a winner here for the absolute worst name imaginable. Tony, that guy 101, Monty Williams.
Oh my God.
I don't think you could get worse than that.
Wait a minute. Didn't he? Is he the one? Did he take the Suns to the finals at least that one year, or was he gone by then?
No. He was. That was him. That was him. And then it all started to go south after that. And then he got that massive contract from the Pistons. Dude, I'm guessing they're going to be paying him for like the next 20 years. That's like winning the lottery, man. Monty Williams won the lottery. What a lucky SOB. Like, literally just can do nothing for the rest of his life. Oh, look, another check for $1 million. I'm going to get this for the next 20 years. No, let me rephrase that. If it's for the next 20 years, those checks will be like $5 million, because I think he's owed something like 60. Like, it's such an absurd number. Bravo to Monty.
What the hell was Joe Dumars thinking? No wonder he bolted to New Orleans.
No, I don't know if that was a Joe Dumars. At that point, I think Dumars was gone, but
he was already gone by then.
Yeah, I think he was long gone actually. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think at that point he was with the NBA. But and again, Monty Williams, and this is just my opinion, but this is a hill I will die on, is the Western Conference version or the Eastern Conference version of Steve Kerr. Like, you swap Monty and Steve Kerr, you're going to get the exact same shit. It's just that they are so cut from the same cloth of coaching, but that's just me. I could be absolutely mistaken on that.
Darwin
Damien
Ham.
LaRoche.
Him too. That one.
Damien LaRoche with a $1.99 donation saying, I can be Monty. Oh, that's another good one he brings up. Steve Kerr's son, Nicholas Kerr. That's a good one. Sheree, did you see that clip I played at the beginning of the show tonight?
No, I didn't see.
All right. I'm going to play this again because we're an hour and a half in, and the average time spent listening on this program based on the analytics, and it's a damn impressive number. Thank you, everyone, sincerely, because when I was at the old show, the old network, and they had like 180 shows on there, we were always number one in time spent listening, and that's a measurement that typically dictates the quality of the show. And we get like 25 minutes, which is insane. It's an insane number. I thank each and every one of you, like from the bottom of my heart. I'm grateful for that. Thank you. With that said, we're now an hour and a half in, so we might have an entirely new audience from what we had an hour and a half ago. And I do remember one person not liking this. But Sharia, you will be judge.
Oh, is it
jury.
the joke? It was the one about Steve Kerr. Oh, it wasn't that bad.
From Slim Dookie Hoops.
It wasn't that bad.
Okay, don't play it again though.
You good?
Okay,
you're all right.
All right, Slim Dookie. Sorry, you did not get an encore. I just want to make sure. Yeah, and Zico the First, who writes, the chat's hilarious. This chat, the other day I randomly stumbled into it in like the third quarter of a game. And I'm like, wait, there's already like 100 posts here, and like, what's going? And dude, it's funny ass shit. I respect to all of you. This is easily the highest IQ audience that a program can have. I'm flattered. Thank you all.
The chat is definitely not for the faint heart.
That too.
At all.
That too. But it's also very bright. Ombre, any final thoughts, sir?
Yeah, develop your young talent and don't fall for the gaslighting, and I'll drop off.
Beautiful. Ombre, do you still... Oh, he left. Okay, I was going to ask him a question, but good drop off. Damien LaRoche, who's been a Golden Dazer for over a year now. Thank you, sir. Writing, is there any chance Mark Jackson gets taken off the blacklist? No, probably not. Probably not. And again, Mark Jackson to me was a perfect example of someone who, coaching-wise, brilliant, but the PR part of it, that's an aspect of the job. If you're going to be an NBA head coach, how you deal with the media, corporate partnerships, diplomacy with the public, all that bullshit. It's a huge reason why Steve Kerr continues to get support from the front office, is because he's such a master wordsmith and he's elite when it comes to media relations. And that's a huge part of the job. And that's where Mark Jackson did not, unfortunately, come through for this team. Me personally, like, if I'm owning an NBA team, I'm going to prioritize winning and losing and success. But, and Mark Jackson got that part of it right. But unfortunately, just did not always say and do the right things, unfortunately. And so here we are. Is our audience done? Are you ready for a scoreboard, Shreya?
Sure.
All right. I don't want to disrespect Shardal. Shardal, I'm going to email you the link right now. If you want to just jump in and say hello, sir, we'd love to have you. And if not, I totally understand. We will be back at this on Wednesday night. Warriors and Utah. At Utah, that's going to finish up the 4-game swing for your Golden State Warriors. Any other... Yeah, Byron Knox saying Steve Kerr is a BS. I'm sorry, I missed the BS part. But yeah, I think that's accurate. A BS politician. Zico the First saying Bobby Knight would never play Brandon Podziemski. Yeah, Bobby Knight was the type who could give two shits. I mean, look, he respected the hustle. But if you didn't have the talent to back it up, you're not getting a run with him. All right, so I think that's it for the chat. I just want to make sure we didn't run through any other paid ones that I missed. Hamza Kassem asked way earlier, and Shreya, this goes for both of us. Do we see the Warriors making a single trade at the deadline? I think we already addressed that. No, the answer was no, but we could be wrong, right? I mean,
right.
Very difficult to predict. So who knows? But as of right now, my prediction would be no. Which sucks for Steph. But again, part of this with Steph is, I mean, you keep riding or dying with Steve Kerr, and this is the downside to that. You got to live with your decisions. I think. All right, let's play. Oh, we got Shardall here. Okay, let me play your open, and then we'll go to the scoreboard.
Stay at home, son.
Shardall, you're living the dream as a stay-at-home son. Say hello to Sharia, and how are you doing, brother? Shardall. All right, try. There we go. There we go. Let's try again.
Stay at home, son.
Are you with us now, Shardall?
Hi, Sai and Sharia. It's great joining both of you on the program. As the Golden State Warriors suffer a 108-83 loss at the hands of the Minnesota Timberwolves, we were outplayed. We were out-hustled against an impressive Minnesota Timberwolves team consisting of Jaden McDaniels, Rudy Gobert, Dante DiVincenzo, and Julius Randle. We should have gone this win. I mean, we had so many chances to get this win, and when the Warriors put all their heart and soul I mean, we could have clearly got, if we played hard enough, we could have taken this Minnesota Timberwolves team down, but we had no momentum. We were looking tired and exhausted on the basketball court. I wanted to win today. But you're not going to win every game. That's the world of sports. You're not going to win every game. You're going to lose some games. You're going to win some games. I mean, Sai, what were your thoughts on the performance? I'm going to go to you first, and then after you, go to Sharia next.
I've already said my piece. Sharia, what
are your thoughts?
It looked like a JV team. Mm-hmm.
I just the Warriors are so inconsistent. That's the problem with this team. They have to stop being inconsistent. Have to get their heads out of their asses and play good basketball. And that's not what they're doing right now. They lost the other day. They lost against Minnesota in game 1 of a 2-game series in Minnesota after all the stuff that's been going on in Minnesota. It's the whole town of Minnesota is hurting right now with the whole ICE shooting and all the things, the politics that are going on in the world, which really hurts me because I'm an American and I'm proud of my country, but I don't tolerate people doing that stuff, attacking people just because of their ethnicity.
Agreed, Shardall. Absolutely agreed.
What are some tips do you have to give to the Warriors if they want to bounce back from this loss when they go up against the Utah Jazz at the Delta Center in downtown Utah on Wednesday?
Shardall, that's actually a fantastic setup to us previewing that next game. Bravo to you for that.
So what are some tips you would give to the Warriors if they want to take the Utah Jazz down with Lauri Markkanen, Walker Kessler, Walter Clayton Jr., and Keontae George? My friend is a huge Utah Jazz basketball fan.
Ooh,
he streamed Coleman, my best friend. He streams every single Utah Jazz game on his channel. He's so committed. I've never seen my friend that committed. He streams every single game. He doesn't miss a single game at all.
Is your friend with you right now?
No, he's not with me right now, but he likes the Broncos and he likes the Cubs and he likes the Utah Mammoth. And he likes, he's from Utah, but he likes every single team.
How did you and Coleman hook up? Was it college?
No, I just went to his YouTube channel and I just went on his channel and then that's how I got to know him.
Oh, okay. Well, a little update for the Warriors Jazz game. So the Jazz, and this benefits the Warriors greatly. They're going to be playing a Utah Jazz team who's going to be coming off this, who's going to be playing the second of a back-to-back. The Jazz play Tuesday against the Clippers and then Wednesday against the Warriors. The bad news for Golden State is that Keontae George, who's likely their best player, is going to sit out the Tuesday game so he can play the Wednesday game. Lauri Markkanen, Not Larry Markkinen, although we love that name as well. No. It's Larry.
Mike Lowry. I'm Mike Lowry.
Mike Lowry. So Larry Markkinen, he's listed as questionable for that Clippers game. And the reason listed as conditioning. So the gist I'm getting is that both Larry Markkinen and Keontae George are going to miss the Clippers game Tuesday so they can be active and available Wednesday against the Warriors.
Sure, you know, when I looked at the Castle Rising Stars part of NBA All-Star Weekend,
yes.
There's no Warrior players in the Rising Stars.
Correct.
I'm like, you didn't select any Warriors players for the Rising Stars event? That gets
hey, you.
Yeah, that's
upset because they didn't select any Warrior players for that event. Do you know what? Do you know the reason? Do you know the reason why they didn't pick any Warrior players in that event?
What her thoughts were on that? Shreya, any suspicions? Is it just talent? Is it a conspiracy?
No, I don't think there's anyone up to par. I think Will Richards is amazing, but when you have the names that they have, I mean, it is what it is. They're not up to standard.
Shardal, who do you think should have made the team? Who do you think Will Richards should have replaced on the Rising Stars? Anyone?
No, Will Richards should have made the Rising Stars roster.
I'm going to give you one or two names that I think Will Richard could have subbed in for.
Sai, so can I stay with you for the scoreboard, or you want to go over that with Sharia? Because you know
we're gonna just be in Sharia. Is that okay?
What, can I go over it too? Can I still be here?
Not tonight. Only because we don't get Sharia that often. And
but what happened that last time when her phone died, and then I could stay on and do the scoreboard?
Look, we won't jump to it yet.
Right? You know, last time, when Sharia's phone died, and then she left because her phone died, and she got booted off from the stream, and then I could stay on and do the scoreboard. So why is that not happening today?
Because her phone's not dying today, buddy.
No, but last time I was able to come on for the scoreboard. Last time when I came last time,
because her phone died. I know, but her phone's not dying tonight. By the way, Shardal, here are the players that I think Will Richards should have been named for instead of. Am I making sense? Here are the players that I think Will Richard is deserving of over these guys. Igor Demon of the Brooklyn Nets.
I don't know who that. I don't even know who that guy is.
Exactly.
When I'm looking at the roster for the Castle Rising Stars, they're a bunch of rando players. Nobody's even heard of them before. My friend gets really upset when he sees a rando player on a team. Never heard about this player in their life. He's on a team. I'm like, he gets very fed up when he sees all these randos. Like, what are all these random players on this team? Like, I never heard of this man's name before. Like, what is up with that?
A lot of those.
Like, why are all these randos getting a job in the NBA? Like, random players who never even heard about their name. It's like, I don't understand why you're getting all these random players, right?
I feel you on that. Will Richard, by the way, in the season, playing in 19.2 minutes per game, scoring 7 points a game, grabbing 2.5 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 36.6% shooting from deep, 48.4% shooting from the field, and 81.4% shooting from the free throw line. In my opinion, Shardal, I think there are 3 players on the Rising Stars, and I love the way you say it, Shardal, because it makes me think of the Dancing with the Stars, the way you phrase that. Igor Demon of the Nets, Trey Johnson of the Wizards, Colin Murray Boyles of the Raptors. I think you can make an argument that Will Richard is maybe deserving of those guys.
So, Sai, let me ask you a question. So, which 5 players would you love to see participate in the Taco Bell Skills Challenge? Which 5 players would you like to participate in the 3-point contest? And which 5 players would you like to participate in the NBA Slam Dunk contest?
I think the bigger question, Shardal, because you brought up Taco Bell, what are your favorite Taco Bell menu items?
I love the chicken chalupa.
You answer that fast, bud. That you didn't hesitate for a sec. So you grub on Taco Bell pretty regularly, correct?
I don't eat Taco Bell that often, but I haven't eaten Taco Bell that often, so I have to give myself I have to make a cheat day for myself and have Taco Bell one day, because I have never had Taco Bell ever.
You just said you love Taco Bell.
But I want to have a cheat day where maybe just go all on Taco Bell, like get maybe 3 chicken chalupas, maybe get some cinnamon twists.
Ooh.
And a Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Shorthanded, when you join us this show, are you jazzed up on Mountain Dew?
I'm jazzed up on Mountain Dew. It's my favorite soda.
So you do the Dew. I haven't had Mountain Dew in like 20 years, Sharia. When's the last time you had a Mountain Dew?
I think I was like 13. So it's been a while.
Shorthanded, don't drink too much of that stuff.
When I go to Taco Bell and I get a Mountain Dew soda, I mix all the Mountain Dew flavors into one soda and drink it.
That sounds pretty good, actually.
No, I mix all the different Mountain Dews in the soda fountain, and I mix every single Mountain Dew flavor and drink it. It's so good. It's so good.
I've never had a chicken chalupa. I'm kind of hungry now.
No, it's really good. You should try it. It's really good. You should try Mexican pizza if you ever go to Taco Bell.
Shri, do you eat there ever?
No.
I don't blame you.
What are your top 5 fat? Do you like McDonald's?
Me?
I love the McChicken from McDonald's.
No. We cook, so.
Shardal, I cheat rarely, and if I cheat with Mickey D's, I'm with you. I do the McCrispy Deluxe. If I cheat at Taco Bell, I only order 2 things: a bean burrito or basic tacos. But I haven't been to TacoEll in ages, man.
But when you go to
Mountain Dew reference, I completely even forgot that's a drink that exists, dude. Is this
when you go to In-N-Out Burger, do you get regular style fries or animal style?
Oh, at where?
At In-N-Out Burger, do you get the regular fries or the animal style with the onions and the Thousand Island dressing?
Just a regular. I just get regular. Sharia, have you ever had In-N-Out?
Nope.
That is good stuff.
My friends are big fans of In-N-Out.
Yeah,
anytime my friends seen In-N-Out Burger, they're going there for sure. They're entering into that establishment and they're getting something.
In-N-Out's yum. Shardal, don't eat Taco Bell too much.
Do you like
it's not good for you.
You know what? When you go to a Warriors game and when somebody scores a double, they should give a coupon for In-N-Out to get a double at the next day.
Okay.
Like the next day you go, you can get a coupon for free double burger at In-N-Out when somebody scores a double.
Shardal, how big is the cup size for your Mountain Dew? Do you get the biggest one?
I get the large size.
Makes sense. Okay. Shardal, I love you, man. Promote your YouTube channel. Let's play the open one more time so people can see it, and then we'll find out how many subs you have from a man who has the most enviable position on the planet, a stay-at-home son.
Stay-at-home son.
My YouTube channel is SGA Sports Talk channel. I'm at 519 subscribers. I'm on the road to 600. Make sure to subscribe to Golden Days in reference to the 1993 Matthew McConaughey movie Dazed and Confused. It's such one of the greatest stoner movies of all time.
It is. Sharia, have you ever seen the movie Dazed and Confused?
A long time ago.
I am a big fan of the movie Dazed and Confused. I could watch that movie over and over and over again until I get sick and tired of it, and I'm not watching that movie ever again in my life.
I believe one of Richard Linklater's first films, and it's still a classic. And the number of movie stars, like big stars in that film, at the time they were nobodies, but now, like I think Ben Affleck and Matthew McConaughey are probably the 2 biggest names. Parker Posey, who just recently had a run on White Lotus, Steve Kerr's favorite show. That movie was fantastic. I haven't seen it in ages. It's been like 10 years.
If you check out a really good movie in the theaters, One Battle After Another, such a great movie. It's a cinematic, it's one of the greatest cinematic movies of all time with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tiana Taylor and Sean Penn, 3 great actors. And Benicio if you get to watch, and by the way, Benicio del Toro, he was in a Saturday Night Live sketch.
Oh, okay.
Benicio del Toro.
Sharia, have you seen that movie, One Battle After Another?
No, but I know people that worked on it.
Yeah,
I haven't seen anything.
If you go on Frank's YouTube channel and
or just because it's you don't have time, or what's the reasoning?
Just I detach. I want time for me, and time for me is basketball. It's something totally different.
I hear you.
So if you go on Frank's YouTube channel in the Dungeon Show, he watches one movie and then at the end of the show he gives a movie review of the movie that he watched. So if you ever watch it, I don't know, because I don't know if Frank is live right now.
Well, One Battle After Another, I watched that just the other day, and I was damn impressed. That's film. Like if you want a textbook example of what cinema is and a master class in cinema, that is it. That was a great movie.
In the movie One Battle After Another, the actress Tiana Taylor, she's so good looking. Like she's a singer and a model. She's a singer and a model.
Yeah, Iman Shumpert, right? Shumpert. I'm sorry. Iman
very
Shumpert.
good looking woman.
And she's now a huge actress.
Tiana Taylor dated Iman Shumpert, NBA player.
Correct.
But she's no longer dating him. She's no longer. So she's no longer dating that. She's no longer dating Iman Shumpert.
They were married and now they're divorced. Correct. And for Tiana Taylor, I mean, she was in two huge movies recently. It was One Battle After Another and The Rip, which just came out on Netflix with Matt and Ben, and that was a great movie too. She's killing it.
Sharia, before
her moment right now, good for her.
Sharia, before I leave the show, today marks the 6th anniversary of Kobe Bryant's helicopter crash in Calabasas, California. It was a very somber moment. Did you hear about that? I knew many Laker fans when they heard about it. Then when the news broke to all Laker fans, they were like heartbroken when the news broke. It was very heartbreaking when they heard about it.
I think humans, period. He was loved across the world.
Am I going to see you Wednesday?
I'll see you Wednesday. It was great. It's always great coming on your show. Thanks for making me the closer. I'll definitely join you on Wednesday for the Golden State Warriors versus Utah Jazz postgame show. Sharia, it's always great seeing you.
Good to see you.
Sai, it's always great seeing you on the program. Definitely join you on Wednesday against the Jazz. But hope you have a great rest of your night. Final score: Minnesota Timberwolves 108. The Golden State Warriors 83. It was great being on the show, and I'll join you, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. I'll see you Wednesday night.
Beautiful. Bye, Shardall. Have a good night, buddy. The great Shardall. Sharia, we are lucky when we're graced with his presence. You all are, folks. He's one of one. An unbelievable human. Are you ready to go through the scores? Do you have the energy for that?
Sure.
All right. Our night owl. All right, so the NBA scoreboard for Monday, January 26th. I want to give a shout out to my mom. Happy early birthday. We're going out to dinner tomorrow night. Excited for that. Elsewhere in the association, the Atlanta Hawks improving to 23-25 with a home win over the Indiana Pacers tonight. CJ McCollum, 23 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists in the win. Pascal Siakam, 26 points, 9 rebounds, 3 blocks in the loss for Indiana. And Sharia, I don't know if you saw Mark Spears today on ESPN's NBA Today. He was emphatic in stating that the Atlanta Hawks and the Milwaukee Bucks should pull the trigger. He thinks Atlanta is the best destination for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And truth be told, like a lot of those discussions on that program today are a big reason why I started going down this mental trail, if you will, of thinking about Giannis to the Warriors. And I've never seen Giannis more available in my life. And that's the only reason why I'm bringing his name up and we all know that's the dream for Joe Lacob and company. They want to match up Steph with Giannis. Side note, that would be an unbelievable pairing. But you don't think there's a chance in hell Milwaukee's trading him, correct? Any thoughts?
I don't think so. I think they'll get rid of Doc first. And if Giannis goes anywhere, he does like New York.
Yeah, you're right. And the Knicks themselves are being rumored to make a deal here, thanks largely to a disappointing recent stretch. We shall see. Trade deadline is February 5th, which means today is January 26th. I'm looking at the exact. So a week from Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we're almost there. Okay. The Charlotte Hornets are making a name for themselves as a potential play-in team. I honestly don't know the last time they made the play-in, but right now the Hornets are currently 3 games back of the Atlanta Hawks for a play-in spot. And I bring them up because they won earlier tonight. They blew out the Philadelphia 76ers at home, 130-93, the final, a 37-point win for Charlotte, who improves to 19-28. Philly drops to 24-21. Brandon Miller, 30 points, 8 rebounds in the win. Jared McCain, 16 points in the loss. Have you been observing or noticing Joel Embiid's resurgence?
Yes.
Impressive, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How did he do tonight? Did he even play? Joel Embiid did not play tonight. I'm guessing it was a DNP. I don't know for certain, but anyways, okay, we're getting there. Almost done. Final in Cleveland in the land. The Cavaliers improving to 28-20 with a 114-98 win tonight over the Orlando Magic at home. Orlando, one of the league's most disappointing teams, drops to 23-22. Paolo Banchero, 37 points, 10 rebounds in the win. Donovan Mitchell, 45 points in the loss. You know, no one, Sharia, talks about the Orlando Magic as a potential trade spot.
That's
Do you think
true.
there is? What's up?
That's true. I don't even think about him.
And no one does, right? Like, but here's my question to you. Do you think there's any possibility of a Kuminga for Franz Wagner trade? Or do you think the Magic wouldn't do it? Like, who hangs up the phone first, if either?
The Magic.
Okay. All right.
Not Golden State.
Elsewhere in the association. And yeah, I agree with you. But no one talks about Orlando, and the fact that they're a 500 team makes me believe maybe they would shake things up. The Boston Celtics, 102-94 winners today at home over the Portland Trailblazers. That result helps the Golden State Warriors because Portland is just 2 games back. The Celtics improving to 29-17. Portland dropping to 23-24. Jaylen Brown, 20 points, 8 rebounds, 4 steals in the win. Tamani Kamara, 18 points, 8 rebounds, 3 steals in the loss. Sharia, we have 2 more games here, but this next one, I'm dying to pick your brain on your thoughts about this team. That team being the LA Lakers, who won tonight 129-118 over the Chicago Bulls and their sausage and their Dicka. The Lakers improving to 28-17. The Bulls dropping to 23-23. The perennial 500 Bull. Like every year, they're 500 guaranteed, and they're happy with that. That's why I feel for Chicago Bulls fans tremendously. Luka Doncic, a monster night, 46 points, 7 boards, 12 assists in the win. Kobe White, 23 points, 6 assists in the loss. My question to you, Sharia, the Lakers now 29-17. In your opinion, are they a real team? Like, are they a team that should be taken seriously, or are they like a 5-6 seed that aren't going to do jack shit in the postseason?
You have to take them seriously because they have Luka. So you just always have to take them seriously.
Fair. And
LeBron, but I'm saying Luka because LeBron has aged, and it gets different. Things change when you go in towards the playoffs.
Agreed.
So
strongly agreed. And last but not least, the Houston Rockets back on track after going through a little slide recently. They improved to 28-16 with a home win tonight, 108-99 over the Memphis Grizzlies, who dropped to 18-26. Alperen Şengün, 33 points, 9 boards, 6 assists in the win. Jaren Jackson Jr., 17 points, 7 rebounds, in the loss. I think I've asked you this before, but I'll ask again just because opinions can evolve over time. Do you think Jaren Jackson Jr. is a good trade target for the Warriors or no? What are your thoughts?
Sometimes I think, and sometimes I think yes, and sometimes I think no. His rebounds, even though he had 7 tonight, he just doesn't. He just, for his size, he needs to rebound more.
Agreed. A lot. That is the biggest gripe about him. You're right. That he doesn't crash the glass hard enough. I don't know what the reasoning is for those rebounding numbers, but they do not impress. You're absolutely right. Just to give folks out there some context, Jaren Jackson Jr. is only averaging 5.7 rebounds per game this year. He plays 30.5 minutes per game. Over his career, this is his 8th year in the association, and over his career, he only averages 5.6 rebounds. His career high was the 2022-23 season. That was the year after the Warriors won the title. He averaged 6.8 rebounds per game, but that was an anomaly, a blip. His next career high is 5.8, and he averages 5.6. So yeah, he just I don't know if that's like just lack of aggression. I don't know what the reasoning is for that, but
I don't know if it's laziness. I don't know what it is, but he just doesn't do it.
Yeah, he doesn't. You're right. Anna Angelo writes, would that 5.7 be leading our team? I don't know what that means. Do you know? Oh. Would Jaren Jackson's rebounding numbers be number one on the Warriors? That's a good question. Let me take a look at that. Took me a second to figure out what you were trying to ask there. So the Warriors leading rebounder. Well, Jonathan Kuminga is the team's leading rebounder currently, averaging 5.9 boards per game. Draymond is second, averaging 5.7. Jimmy Butler, rest in peace, averaging 5.6. So he'd be third? That's sad. That is sad. Jaren Jackson Jr. is like a big dude, right? Isn't he like 6'10", 6'11"? That's weird. It's just bizarre. A word man is saying that he's always in foul trouble, which makes some sense considering he only averages 30.5 minutes per game. You'd think that should be closer to like 34, 35 minutes, but if he's in foul trouble a lot, it would make sense for why the minutes are down. All right. Are we going to see you Wednesday, or how's your schedule looking?
My schedule is pretty good this week.
Oh, good.
So you might.
All right. We'll play by ear. I like the mystery. Leave us hanging. Make us one more. Respect. I like how you get the game. And again, these are early. These are unusually early games for the Warriors, so that increases the probability of getting you on the show. Always a pleasure, Sharia. Anything we missed? I think we're done. We're tapped.
No, we covered all the games. So,
yeah, Laura Doan, one of my all-time favorite humans, writing Kuminga leading the team in rebounding while riding the pine is diabolical. Laura, love you. Hope you're doing good. What's up?
That's crazy. That says a lot, right?
It's crazy. It's batshit crazy. All right. Well, we'll see you Wednesday. I guess we're done. Good news for Warriors fans. Maybe the craziest thing of all, despite the fact that everything feels doom and gloom, they're 26-22. They're 4 games above 500. Make that make sense. And when you're looking at the standings, and that's where the reality part of this brings us crashing back down to earth, because even though they're 4 games above 500 in the standings, they still sit as the 8th seed. Oh, Phoenix actually dropped back down to the 7th seed. So Minnesota with the win tonight is now the 6th seed in the West. Phoenix is now the 7th seed in the West. The Warriors trail both those teams by 3 in the loss column. They're ahead of both Portland and the Clippers. This is precarious for them by just 2 in the loss column. So the Clippers are coming on strong. Portland is right behind them. And then the team above the Timberwolves are the Lakers I'm sorry, the Lakers have 17 losses. So they're next up. They're the 5 seed. So the Warriors are 5 games back of them in the loss column. So I hope I articulated myself clearly enough to paint that picture clear. Any ideas, Sharia, on how the Warriors will finish? I mentioned before that the remaining strength of schedule for the team is the 4th most difficult in the NBA. A lot of games against the West, a lot of road games. So the fact that they're currently 3 back for the 7 seed and they're just 2 up for the 10 seed. Hey, your thoughts?
I don't have a clue. We're just too. There's no consistency. I don't know. We're running Steph in the ground. Draymond's back hurts. Al takes games off. We don't have Jimmy. We don't know where Seth is. Podziemski wants to be an all-star. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know where we're going to land.
I really wanted to find that that clip from the broadcast tonight where Austin Rivers was just eviscerating Brandon Podziemski. I was hoping somebody on socials would have posted it, but so far nobody has. Because I missed it. I did not hear him. I heard him say some of the things, but I also was not like laser focused on the broadcaster. So forgive me. Did you hear all that, Sharia?
Yeah, I watch him. He drags him. Yes.
But it doesn't sound malicious, does it? Is it just kind of like a matter of fact thing, or do you think there's something more to it?
I don't think there's anything more to it. He's just stating facts. He's just saying what local media won't say.
Yeah. I just love how like shocked so many people were hearing that. It's like, oh my God, like how dare they talk about such a great player? And it's like, great.
Because they're in a bubble. They're in a bubble. They're in a bubble. The rest, everybody else around that bubble is saying that,
Oh, they just love their echo chamber, don't they? Just their little bubble where it's just Steve Kerr's the greatest coach ever. Podziemski's going to be the next star. Like, no. All right. I really wish somebody had posted those clips, but I can't find them. Let me do one more search. I kept searching for, besides my feed, I kept searching for Podziemski, but it didn't occur to me to look up Austin Rivers. Let me see if anybody what was the interaction he had with Anthony Edwards? Was that part of it?
You couldn't hear what Ant was saying because he covered his mouth and he took his mic off. And they were just making jokes, the commentators. But I didn't hear anything that Ant actually said.
Well, here's one way I can share this without getting flagged. Here, let me do this. All right, so we're going to be able to hear it. And this was Austin Rivers, and again, I can't play the video of this because I'll get a copyright strike immediately. But if it's just audio only, and just to set this up for you. Here, I'll share my screen one more time so you can see what we're looking at here. So for the podcast audience, I'll try to describe this. Austin Rivers is sitting in a chair. Anthony Edwards is sitting right across from him. And what separates them is the pathway into the locker room. So they're sitting on either side of that path, and they're having a conversation. So listen in to what was said. And it was one of these segments where I think the Podziemski stuff came up too, but I doubt that's what this is. Let's hear what they were talking about.
What I'm very curious about is whether Rivers could actually repeat what Anthony Edwards is telling us, and what the discussion entails. Here we go. Is it for air, Austin?
It is not. That was not for air, folks, and I wish I could give it to you.
Could you ask him why?
Okay, so so we don't know what Anthony Edwards told him. I really wish we had that Podziemski clip now. Here it is. Yes, somebody posted it. Of course, it was a Clippers person. Of course it was. All right, let's see if we can hear this one. Let me turn the volume down real quick here. All right, we're outside the club now, so we can hear better.
Free throws, and what I'm very curious about is whether Rivers could actually repeat.
Oh, it's the same thing. So it basically says I don't know what I'll give him 20 right now means. That's what the caption says for that clip. I thought that was going to be the one where we actually never mind. I see. It's just all these people just writing in what they think was said. Never mind. Damn it. Austin Rivers and Anthony Edwards are a hilarious duo. Let's see if this sound reveals anything.
Broadcast wants to know what you and Podziemski got going on right now. He said nothing.
Oh, it felt like one of nothing.
That was it.
He just said, I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. I really want that Podziemski clip. So is there a beef between Anthony Edwards and Podziemski?
No, that's how I think he said nothing.
Here's another one. Let's see if it hears anything. This is the caption for this one says Austin Rivers was on a quest to figure out the Podziemski Anthony Edwards beef.
Podziemski is pointed at Ant
Every time he scores, every time he gets a bucket.
They got something going on in here. Don't get it twisted. I will get to the bottom of it. I'm going to find out. Broadcast wants to know what you and Podziemski got going on right now. He said nothing.
Oh, it felt like one of nothing.
He just said, I don't know what you're talking about.
So was Podziemski just talking shit like he's on Anthony Edwards' level? Sharia, is that what Pods was doing in the game?
He was pointing at him. But like Anthony Edwards said, nothing, meaning he wasn't acknowledging it. That's the way I took it.
Because why would you acknowledge him?
Exactly.
Jesus. That'd be like if like Kendrick Perkins in his final year. Remember that when they had that back and forth with Dre and Draymond's like, "Who the hell are you? What are you doing here, man? Like, don't talk to me." Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, I saw early in the game, Podziemski was like mouthing at the Minnesota bench. I saw that and I didn't like read much into it, but and I think Sheree, you mentioned they brought up the fact that Podziemski supposedly has aspirations of making the Olympics, which is just crazy. Jesus Christ. All right. I wish we had the Kev F is saying get the Olympian quotes. I tried looking for that. I really wish I could play that for the show tonight, but I just can't find it. Either no one's posted it or I just can't. I'm looking. Believe me, I'm going through all the avenues I have here. I played the clip of where Rivers and Edwards discuss Podziemski's Olympic aspirations. But I think we just saw that one. Hold on.
Froze. And what I'm very curious about is whether Rivers could actually repeat.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's the same one we already saw. Damn. Yeah, I can't find it. Wait. Oh well. Well, hopefully we'll have that set queued up for Wednesday. I tried. I'm sorry, folks. But yeah, apparently. Oh wait, Wordman posted the link. Wordman, you wrote here's the link, but there's no link. Did you email it to me? No. Wordman, where's the link? Oh, here. Wordman saying search Austin Rivers Podziemski. I did though. Hold on, let me try this one more time. Shreya, thank you for being patient with me.
Of course.
I just really want to hear this exact clip before we go. All right, let me try one last thing here real fast. Austin Rivers. Okay, and if I can't find it here, we tried. And for some context, right now it's 11:10 p.m. Pacific time, which means it is 2:10.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops. All right, this is from Mr. Buck Clips on YouTube. Let's see if this is it. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's turn the audio down. All right, let's see if we can hear it now. Wait, can you hear that? Shri, why didn't you say something? Hold on. I thought I was sharing that. I
thought you
apologize.
was waiting to find it.
Hold on. No. I thought I was playing it. Okay, let me try this again. Please forgive. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I did find it. That's the good news. All right. So this is again courtesy of. Sorry, that was like a minute of just us like doing nothing. All right. All right. I can't share the screen. So, but we can hear the audio. And Shreya, please say something if you can't hear anything. This is from the in-game. I apologize for that, folks. But Mr. Buck Clips on YouTube posted this, and I think this is the clip.
Looking forward to that here on these airwaves, and Anthony Edwards is texted on the bench. Getting into it with Brandon Podziemski, who has expressed his desire to be an Olympian in 2028. And just fun banter between the two. Apparently Edwards doesn't agree.
No, he does not. Podziemski making claims that he's going to be on that Olympic team for the USA, which is...
Well, if he does, are we worried about the chemistry?
I gotta. Hey, listen. Right? I love Podziemski's confidence, though.
Yeah. Well,
you gotta
shoot for the stars.
Gotta admire that. He was on like the select team, I think.
He was on the select team.
You know, Kerr's in there. Obviously, was Ant's coach, so you know. All having that type of confidence, man.
He's not been shy about his ambitions. He wants to be an all-star. He would love to lead this Golden State franchise when Steph Curry, who has his arms draped around him right now, when he retires. But he definitely speaks confidently about what he wants.
The Olympic team is a stretch like I've never seen before. It's an Odell Beckham reach if I've ever seen it, but he's gonna have to beat out Cade Cunningham and Tyrese Maxey. You know.
But you know, in fairness, that would be the first step. Most people just don't vocalize it, right? Like,
you gotta believe it.
You're never gonna accomplish it if you don't actually think it.
And Podziemski's a good player. He's a good player. Obviously, we got guys like Cade and some of these other dudes who are just light years better, and that has nothing to do with him.
But they're some of the best players in the world.
Yeah, that's the point. You know, but I love his confidence, though. I would take a guy like Podziemski on my team any day of the week.
But that's also why, for most guys, when you play for USA basketball in like college, that's the last time you play for them because the team is awesome. It's full of Hall of Famers. You know,
no, it is. It's to be on the USA team, man. You got to be a bad dude.
You're one of the best players to ever play if you make that team.
And Steph Curry and Anthony Edwards winning gold together in Paris a couple of summers ago. And Steph's heroics will be talked about for a long time. Here we go. It's ticket time once again.
They sense it in the air.
This will be about the loudest the crowd will be once again all night.
Well, Jackson Davis, a 56% foul shooter on the year.
Yep.
It's in his veins.
Yep.
Clutch free throw.
It looked good right off the fingertips.
He's from Indiana. I'm not surprised. We all can shoot from there.
Isn't A-Rod worth like $500 million? If you don't just buy everybody in here some chicken.
I don't think you can do that.
All right. So the end of it wasn't very relevant, but interesting. So Podziemski wants to be on the 2028 Olympic team, and the crew throwing some sarcasm, a little shade there. For the record, I've never heard of any player ever publicly expressing a desire to play on those teams. Outside of maybe like the megastars in terms of whether or not they would play because they're going to be the obvious choices, but interesting. I mean, again, I said this at the beginning of the show, Sharia. I don't mind. I would prefer having an irrational confidence guy on my team, but if you don't have the talent, it's like, you know, I mean, we're not giving participation medals here. I mean, that's what this is akin to. Like, is this what we're about now? Is like just giving out participation medals? Like this is what Dub Nation, like a huge chunk of you, this is what you're looking for, is just feel good stories and not actual winning, not actual success. I don't. It's crazy, and I do think I don't know if you heard them mention this. They talked about the fact that Steph had his arms around him. I think that's a huge part of the problem. Is Steph loves him. And I don't know if he loves him because he's out there setting screens for him all day, every day. And that's his primary agenda. And Steph loves the fact that him and GP2, like that's all they give a shit about when they're out there, is just creating a force field for him to have some space to put up threes. But Jesus Christ, dude, what are your thoughts on all that?
I don't know. You got to have a goal, and maybe he has a goal. Can't fault him for that, right?
Exactly. You can't fault. And look, it's not his fault. I mean, it's just to me, this is just it's Kerr's fault. It's like stop pretending this guy's like going to be a future all-star. I mean, that is funny. So the 2028 Olympic team, Steph has indicated he's probably not going to play in that game. LeBron's indicated he's probably not going to play in that game. So this would be like a next generation type thing. Have you put any thought into who in 2028, 2 years from now, the best players in the NBA will be for that Olympic team? They mentioned Cade Cunningham. They mentioned Tyrese Maxey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to guess Anthony Edwards will be in it.
Mm-hmm. Jason Tatum,
Jaylen Brown,
mm-hmm.
who got snubbed the first time.
Mm-hmm.
These got to be Americans, right? Cooper Flagg might be in the discussion at that point.
Yeah, he will.
If Kuminga played, he'd be playing for the Congo at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So he wouldn't even be an American. Wordman is saying Shea. Oh no, maybe you're talking about Chardal. I thought you were saying Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, who signed up for Canada. Yeah, he's north of the border. Who else will make the Olympic team? Hold on, before we go, I'll give you some names. Hold on. So Wembanyama would play for France,
mm-hmm.
but I don't know if it's Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper. I could see those two playing for Team USA.
Mm-hmm.
I could see what's his name with the Suns? Devin Booker,
yeah.
Denny Avdia is not American, so he would play for another country. I mentioned Cooper Flagg. Who do the Pelicans have anybody who might play?
Is Paulo American for Orlando?
Good question. I don't know. I could look that up right now. Yeah, Paolo Banchero would easily be one of your bigs. I think he would play for Team USA if I remember correctly. Well, let me just confirm that. But I don't know for sure. Paolo Banchero played at Duke. That's a good question. I hold on. I'm finding this right now. Paolo Banchero, Italian-American professional basketball player. I didn't know that. Oh, so he was born in Seattle. Okay. Mm-hmm. So Team USA. Yeah, easily. So Paolo Banchero is one of them. Jalen Brunson, I think would be one.
Mm-hmm. Chet
Holmgren. Yes, great call. Chet Holmgren would be one.
Anybody, a couple of people from Oklahoma.
Jalen Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Another one. And like we said, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander would play for Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Along with Dylan Brooks, Andrew Wiggins. The Hornets, like Con Knipple, I could see him maybe taking a leap. I could see Brandon Miller also taking a leap. Tyrese Halliburton, I could see him being in the Olympics. So the Team USA is fine. Mm-hmm. Not a lot of bigs though. Like you might have to get like Bam Adebayo back in there. You mentioned Paolo Banchero, but that makes two bigs total. Maybe Jalen Johnson of the Hawks. Mm-hmm. Alex Sarr of the Wizards. Is he American? So in terms of guards and wings, I think Team USA is going to be fine in 2028. I don't know if they have size though. Alex Sarr is, I believe, American. 2 years from now, I'm going to guess he would be in the running as one of your Olympic forwards or centers. Let's see who else is in the chat. Ginji Gok saying that Chet cannot guard centers. Well, you might be stuck because there aren't a lot of options. Wordman bring up Austin Reeves. Yeah, probably. Maybe. Urquita's family is saying the guy who's going to be a rookie next year. Is it DeBonsta or DeBonta? Yeah, we mentioned Jay Will from OKC. Anyone else we forget? Cam Boozer, who's going to be another draft pick. We mentioned Cade Cunningham. All right. Yeah, so I think Team USA would be okay except for size. But maybe that'll be solved with these draft picks that are coming out because Armando Laura thinks that in the same vein that Cooper Flagg was like the consensus number 1 pick in this last draft, like he thinks, and again, I've not done my research on the draft. He thinks that this next year's draft is going to have like 3 or 4 Cooper Flagg level players, which is why sometimes I do think maybe it's in the Warriors' best interest to just tank this year. Because what the hell are you playing for? You know. By the way, Alex Sarr is French, so he would not be on the U.S. team. So the U.S. team is missing some size. That's going to be a concern. But in terms of guards and wings, that is bad news for Brandon Podziemski. That position is full. I don't think you can get in there. Barber NBA bringing up Scotty Barnes. Look, you might. I mean, he grabbed 20 boards against the Warriors the other day. I don't, take that for what it's worth against.
Scotty's playing for Jamaica.
Oh, and he plays for Jamaica. Okay, well, there you go. There you go.
Jamaica.
Do you know how is Jamaica doing, by the way? Because that hurricane a couple months ago really affected them.
Well, my sister-in-law went 2 weeks ago to Montego Bay, and she says where she stayed, it was okay. So I think it's in spots. You know?
Good. Okay, because Swish Culture is going to join us again at some point, and we would have been collaborating a lot more, but he's got a lot of Jamaican roots, familial and otherwise, and so he's been spending a lot of time there helping to rebuild.
Right.
Good to hear from that your sister went there and it looked passed the eye test. That's a relief.
Well, the area she was in, whenever there's a storm that hits an island, it's in spots. One side could be really a lot of devastation, and then another side, maybe not, so.
Was she at like one of the resort areas, or was this one of the? Okay,
she was in Montego Bay.
So chances are they would fix that up first before everything else,
exactly.
Unfortunately, because
exactly,
that's sadly life for you. All right. Cool. Well, I'm glad we were able to get that soundbite in at the end. It was not as egregious as I thought. I thought they were going to really be going in on him, but they mostly were just kind of laughing at his aspirations because they're so lofty. I mean, an Olympian, he's skipping All-Star. He's just going straight to the top. Like Olympic is like the best of the best. That's again, kudos for shooting for the stars, kid. But I hope you have some self-awareness. And life is going to get hard for him when he no longer has Stephen Curry's arms around his shoulders. Oh, he might be set up for a huge disappointment. All right. Shreya, if we see you Wednesday, awesome. If not, we'll take you when we can get you. Thank you so much. Anything we forgot? Are we done?
No, I think we did good. It's a good show. I enjoyed myself.
We'll be back Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye.